That I had to abandon.
We are live with audio, not video yet.
COVID, baby.
Yeah.
Whole other story. Hello.
Oh man.
Hey, good to see you, my
Hello. Hi.
mystical unicorn.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Oh man, I
I forgot, what did you name your rat?
Finley.
I have not seen the new stream art yet for the waiting to join screen.
Oh wait,
Uh-huh.
is there new?
Yeah, well, we've got new starting soons and new all that kind of stuff. We've got a new,
It's very classic.
yeah, and we're gonna create some
That is very
animations around it too, so I like flying dragons.
Can we all-
The
so-
dragon tosses the dice up and
Yeah,
catches
we'll
it.
figure so we'll put some kind of flying dragons, or maybe the
drops them
coins
all.
will drop down.
Oh shucks.
Oh,
We'll
man.
figure something out.
How do I want to organize?
He looks
my
very
dice?
friendly.
I really enjoy
Yeah,
that
bet he
this
is.
dice
Yeah.
is just like slightly bigger than all the rest
Hello
of
to
them.
you as well.
It's the important dice.
How's our
My
audio
frog one,
sounding?
too. It's a little bit bigger than all the rest.
I do like your fog die.
Thank you. The metal ones came at the bottom of
So
candles.
I see today that
Oh,
Duke is
Nice.
at least in part. Oh, but everyone, make sure you're on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No Wi-Fi.
I have a pendant.
There you go. All right, there's your cosplay.
That's part of it.
Oh,
We're
wait,
getting
I
there.
have unlimited data now that I'm on Spectrum.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
turn my Wi-Fi
There you
on.
go.
Oh wait, do I have mine off? I do not. Thank you for the more money.
Good, thank you, Pat. Hey, Primitive Paint Shop.
These are deals.
Thanks for being so active with us in our
Those are your
Faith and
dates?
Fantasy stream.
dates.
I appreciated all your comments.
Yeah, that went well. That was
Oh, did
cool.
you? Yeah, you were in there
Tuned
quite a
in
bit
for
too?
just a little bit.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Oh, always.
We're getting a lot of demand for a follow-up, so we probably will.
Heck yeah.
Okay. We're getting there. Organizing die. Very fun.
All right, when
Hey
everyone's
Thomas,
ready.
what is precise strike? Should I have that one?
I mean, definitely not. You have no levels in anything,
Oh.
so,
Yeah, so-
you should have no features, no
You don't have to worry about
No
any of
traits.
that right now.
except for
Okay.
the two traits that we ended up
Yeah, you
going
have your
with.
traits, and you each have 2 hit points. And,
yeah, but I can get something.
Did you pick your
Well,
your
not
two
everyone
traits?
has 2 hit points.
Yeah, you're on
Did you
one.
pick 2 traits?
no, so you're level 0. You don't have
Yeah,
anything.
I wouldn't even use the RPG Scribe app.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
it's
Oh my
useless
gosh,
to you right
I need
now.
to reread
because it
what
will
my
not allow
things
you to
do.
make a
We're
level
level
0
bait.
character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's something. It's like something that doesn't exist in that. So it just keeps it simple, right?
You do have your stats written
All right,
down.
here we go.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
got 11
matters.
folks in. Hello, Tracy. Hello, sir. All right, hey, Caesar, folks piling in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I'm waiting for it to come on.
All right, great. Let me check
a long
all the
intro.
views. Everybody looks great, and welcome. Your camera looks a little bit bright. Let me just fix that.
Oh, wonderful.
It's
Of
the
course
shining
we're the
personalities.
brightest.
I think it is. The
The beautiful
personalities are
smiles,
just
the
too
great
bright over there.
personalities.
The
intelligence.
This real quick. Oh, I think I
Alright.
see what it is. That was the problem. Much better. There we
Fix
go.
it. Woo!
I like that Rachel and I just gotta keep our dice just loose.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
it's great. I'm
welcome
loving
everyone to Blue Box. This is session number 1. You say, wait a minute, I already watched them play. That was session 0.
Doesn't count.
And typically session zeros, typically session zeros may not even include any role play, but ours of course did. So if you missed it last time, they finished rounding out their characters. We covered some of the game topics and things to be aware of as we play, but then we did spend about an hour and a half actual gameplay, and it was some fantastic stuff. If you missed it, go back to the YouTube channel. You can scroll through, you'll figure out where it starts, and it's an hour and a half of a lot of fun. So please check that out. And thank you very much, Pat. By the way, I want to make sure I check the audio levels on the all the alerts and announcements today, because I heard some folks say they were a bit loud on Tuesday. So if I need to turn those volumes down, please let me know. I'm joined today by our great player group. As I mentioned last time, 2 very familiar faces, of course, Thomas and Jennifer, who you knew previously as Alcott and Cade. Cade, in particular, still lives on in lore inside of our Discord. Nary a week
Huzzah.
goes by
In our
that
hearts
Cade
and
is
our
not
minds.
brought up. Yes. This week we were discussing alignments, and one said that Cade was chaotic, lawful chaotic. Another said his alignment was just rum. You know, that's
Not wrong.
yeah.
Not
Thank you so much.
Not chaotic
Let me
neutral,
move
not
that so you
chaotic
can
good, not
see it.
chaotic evil, just chaotic.
Lawful chaotic.
Hang on, let me find that announcement thing
Oh,
here.
sweet.
Move
I got
it where it's
one.
easier to see. There we go.
I'm important.
dear.
Thank you, everybody, already. So Click already got a +1.
Huzzah.
And we already have the stuff from last time as well. So we'll keep that in mind. Move that. What did I moved everything around? Hold on, move that up. There we go. And make this guy smaller. Sorry, guys. Just adjusting to some of our new graphics and scenes here. Hello, old school. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, who's getting what?
All right, so just tell us where that goes, my friend.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Caesar.
Thank you, Caesar.
Already close to a hype train.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we
Oh
are.
my
What?
We have not even begun rolling a single dice.
The best folks in the.
Thank you again so much, Chris. Chris, just let us know who you want that to go to. I'm assuming it's all for the DM. And
Who's this
Still
guy?
split among the players.
okay, split them. All right, so each
Split
of,
among the players.
well, there.
So that would be 3 to each, because there's 12, or sorry,
No,
5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so
5
he
plus
gave. Oh
2,
my. Yeah, he gave
7.
1,400. Yeah, so there's 7. So we'll give 2 to each of you, and then the person who came in with the most today was Dolly, I believe. So you get 1.
Okay. Right.
All right. So let's
Fair
quickly.
enough.
We'll do our sponsors at the
Socialism.
break.
I'll take it.
We're trying to get into our
I'll
gaming
give
a
it
little
to
more quickly here at Blue Box.
Oh,
That's gonna-
our
You don't gotta tell
carryover
me
from the
twice.
last
I know
time.
the. I know the.
Yeah,
vibe.
Amanda posted them in Discord. She could probably post them again. But thank you. Man, I can't believe we're already
Yes,
close to
you
a
got
hype
to.
train. We've just gotten started with 16 folks in the chat. All right, well, I've got to pull that up as well, so I have the chat here. And Thomas, we're going to come to you in a moment for what happened last time.
Ooh, you
but
do the
let-
summaries?
Yes, we do.
so.
But first,
We'll
let
see
me,
about that.
Let me go through a. We'll go through a couple of announcements. Well, yeah,
See
I'm not saying.
how well I do the
Yeah, he may
summary.
not saying he's going to do it every time.
I see.
I gave him that honor today.
I never
If I
do
drop the ball, we're going to move it to someone else.
I vote for Jenny to only do the summaries.
That will be a nightmare.
Yeah, Jenny will be like, well, we did some stuff, and
That was, you know, interesting.
I don't know, go watch the VOD.
It's over there. You go look at it.
Okay,
It'll be
so
real quick.
quickly, let me go through a couple of announcements. We'll talk about this more at halftime. I have some graphics to show you and visuals, but we will be back with a regular stream schedule this week on Blue Box. So we'll have our Greyhawk Awakening stream on Tuesday night. That has been fantastic. Party just finished in an area where they were trying to rescue a spy in Spine Castle beneath the Temple of Hextor. They succeeded, but now what comes next for them, because they're still on the march north to cure the glyph that was placed on them by Drax the Invulnerable, or at least by 2 members of the party. Then on Wednesday, we'll be back with Lore Masters Arcanum. Lore Masters Arcanum will be run this week by Robert Phantom NJ. And so he's awesome, and he's going to have something fun on tap for us. And then next weekend, of course, it's the big con. It's virtual Greyhawk Con. There'll be games from Friday all the way through Sunday night. And there are all kinds of great streamers. There's a link that we'll post in the chat. I'll show you the graphics after the break. But I'll be streaming 2 different games that weekend. I'll be streaming on Friday afternoon, and I'll be streaming on Saturday afternoon as well. 2 very different one-shot games, but you have many great DMs in there. There's also the Joust that's happening, which I will be participating in the Joust this year. And so all kinds of fun things are coming here in the next week and a half with Blue Box and some of our partners. Thank you to Lord Gazumba for all the work and effort that he has put into that. All right, let's go to what happened last time.
What happened last time? Well, if you missed it, last time we started a new campaign. We rolled up 4 beautiful characters who, if you missed their names, are Dahlia, who we were introduced to in her witch's hut outside of town to the south in the Twilight Woods.
Rude, judgmental, but
Being
okay.
told by Mother to head to the city of Altamira on a longer trip than usual. Her mama normally sends her into town to gather supplies and come back with them, normally just giving her a sack and a lot of money. This time gave her a sack, a lot of money, and some stuff, and told her to be gone for at least 30 moons' time before returning, which is quite a while.
Long while.
We were then introduced to Mila, a street urchin child who seemed a bit impressionable, but was interested in making her way. Recently, found herself to Altamira after some travels. Correct, if I remember.
Who knows?
In the introduction, and made her way to a library, a bookshop, only to be turned away at the door. But before running off crying, found a sewer grate of great interest.
Wow.
And
Nice.
heard the squeaking of some sort of animal beneath, and was confronted by a rat larger than she was expecting. Maybe it's just her size, but pulled out some bread that she happened to have on her and befriended said rat, and now has a familiar. We're level 0. She doesn't really have a familiar. It's just a
It's just
rat
my
whose name is
buddy.
Finn.
Just a nice rat.
And he's cute.
He's very
and
cute.
we were then
He's
introduced to Click, the urchin member of the Gogs, the
Guild
Guild
of Gentle Supplication.
Supplication. Yes, the people who sit on the street and ask for money and scraps.
The beggars are called, if they're part of the... Now, you can be a beggar and not be in a guild, just like you can be a
Yes.
thief and not be in a guild if you want to get killed. Bard.
Yes.
But the beggars, if they're part of the guild here in Altamira for beggars is called the Gogs, which is the Guild of Gentle Supplication.
and he might be a bit big for his britches, maybe hoping to get into a different type of guild, when he was made aware of a fire perhaps going on in the richer quarter of town, and in looking in that direction, there came another young lad running from that area who was hiding his face, wearing a robe, trying to not be seen, not be heard, who you know,
Perfect.
at first did not introduce himself to Click, was weary and scared, but after being fed some food and introduced to some other members of the Gogs, as well as making their way to the Bobette to get some of that food, they got to know each other a little bit, and we were introduced to Duke. After that, Duke and Click made their way out from the Bobette to find themselves squared against a grouping of people who had entrapped young Dahlia with her bag. Wanted to steal her things because, well, it's a big bag and probably had a lot of good stuff in it. They're making a smart move, if I'm being honest. but dang if we didn't want to
Gotta
take
respect hustle.
that guy down, because that street bully Deke needed to be taught a lesson.
That's right.
And so Duke and Click
Points.
decided in that moment that we would help Dahlia, and apparently so too did Mila, who found herself on the opposite side of the street, coming down with her new friend Finn, and a lantern that she had managed to procure. Fighting ensued. Deke had his jaw broken by a single pebble thrown by Click, and
Now,
Dahlia.
don't call it a pebble. It wasn't a pebble.
Yeah, it
it
was
was,
a nice
pebble.
rock.
it's like rock. Yeah.
Nice rock. A real big
And-
rock.
and
Enough to break
Dahlia-
a jaw.
Dahlia found some shattered glass and stabbed him in the ribs. And
Yeah, that was unexpected.
and after these violent events, his other ruffians ran away from the scene while he lay bleeding on the ground, Mila attempting to, probably foolishly, touch his face and sew it together without any sewing materials or really any knowledge of how to do so. And that's where we left off last time.
Well done. Nicely done, Thomas. That was an excellent
Excellent.
summary.
Excellent.
Concise and well,
You're hired.
like the jazz club here, was it?
It's not as jarring to a microphone.
Yeah.
Right,
Gentle,
good point. Good
gentle.
point. Oh, look at thanks so much, and I believe it was Dixie Doodle that got us over the top with our level 1 hype train. We appreciate that getting us started off today. Okay, so. Before we get started, I'd like each of you to go around and introduce your characters, and as you do this, I'm going to bring your character art up on the screen. Now, we do not still have the character art for Duke, but we may have it by the break. It's coming today, so you may still get to see that by the break. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and start with you, Dahlia.
Hi, I'm playing Dahlia. She's just a sweet, lanky little redhead with a whole mess of freckles, a backpack full of stuff, and, you know, just a heart full of hope. So we'll see where she goes.
Mila, let's go to you.
Mila. Hi. I'm playing Mila. I'm Rachel, by the way.
In case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know, Mila is a very thin, quite malnourished-looking girl.
Are we all just skinny?
Skinny legends, you know.
I guess it's hard to be fat and a street urchin, yeah.
It's very difficult to look anything else. She's dark-skinned, these big old brown eyes, looking every which way all the time. Rat's nest of a hair. That is,
Weird.
yeah.
Weird that you would say that.
Funny, because I have a rat and his name's Finley.
He hangs out in there. Let him live.
We're roommates. It's great. And yeah, that is little Mila.
Been roommates with a rat before.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
we've all been there.
Very good. And by the way, if you haven't
Whether
seen
on
it, we have
accident or
a
on
new
purpose.
animated mimic in our emojis, so you can check that out.
Oh, well, I'm gonna
he's
have to
one of my
spam that in the
favorites.
chat.
All right, let's go to
Oh, well, I can't.
Duke. Tell us about Duke.
I'm not.
Duke is a very quiet young man who don't know much about, but has a special set of skills.
So special. So special. Such a set of them.
And likes spices.
Very nice. And for
that's
some
good
reason,
knowledge.
dipped in the brown outside of Bobet, a silver cup, which was quite interesting.
Same tune, different song.
Let's steal it, or do I have it?
And then let's go. Last but not least, let's talk Click.
Click. Well, Click is a caramel-skinned, 4'7" elven boy with rather long ears, half purple hair, and a silken bandana that he keeps pulled up over his face. One detail I neglected to mention last time was on a couple of his fingers he wears what look to be gold and silver rings, but upon closer inspection, they're simply wooden, and he rolled them around in blacksmith shavings outside of a blacksmith shop to make them look fancy. But he claims that they're solid gold and silver.
For sure.
They got him.
Yeah,
They
That
got
is
him.
Click.
They got him.
Bravo, love it. Okay, and so with that, let me show just one or two other things before we resume the role play. Thank you very much for subbing, Jay. Let's talk where you are. So this is the world of Aihrde, the vast, wide world of Aihrde. But if we zoom in here in the Twilight Woods, nestled here in the Bald Mountains, not yet on the map, but it will be when the box set of Free City of Altamira appears on Troll Lord Games, courtesy of J. Lord Gazumba. But nestled here, right to the west of the Twilight Woods, in the Bald Mountains, is the magnificent and glorious Free City of Altamira.
Love that place.
You are in that city, and of course you are in the area of the city known as the Low Quarter, and you're standing right outside the Bobet Common House. Now, as you look at your characters, let me show you something else. This is the scene from where we finished last week, and let's focus on them one by one so you know which of these Tailspire minis are which. This is, of course, Dahlia. And let's get a good look at Dahlia. There she is.
I love this.
And looks fantastic. Here,
Couldn't make the backpack
whoops.
bigger. I tried.
Here we have Duke. Duke in a rough spun brown robe with a small knife. Here, we have Mila with a book clutched beneath her arm and a
rat
broken
by her
lantern.
side.
And a little rat
And a little
on her
rat.
pedestal right there. Well done. And then here we have Click, looking all mysterious like. There's the caramel
It's a
tone
great
skin. That's a fantastic job. So these
Barefoot.
are the Urchins of Low Quarter. And of course, this
Gotta feel the city.
It's quiet, yeah.
is one both recently stoned and shanked Deke.
Thrown up on.
And so with that,
And yeah, can't neglect the vomit. Definitely was thrown up.
oh, I forgot about the vomit. Yes, I did.
You can't forget about the vomit.
Okay, and so with that, we're going to begin. You see the fading late afternoon sun casting long shadows here in the Low Quarter, and as is typical of the Low Quarter, this combat elicits little attention from the local denizens. In fact, you see this middle-aged woman standing in the side of her door just petting her cat and kind of amused watching these children batter and strike each other. Others just walk by as though it's none of their business whatsoever. Mila stands over the fallen Deke, and you're all wondering, what on earth is this girl doing? And we're going to begin there.
Hi.
Right. All right. You've got to stop. We need to go.
I just give me a minute. Just a minute.
Those thugs might come back for us once
You
they
feel-
realize we're just laying
You
on the
feel his
ground.
pulse growing more and more thready. The beat slower and slower, as though just the faint tapping of something inside trying to maintain some connection to life. As the final thum 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 happens. You feel that last bit of life ebbing away.
We need to run.
And then a warm white light extends from your hand.
Whoa.
And you feel that same feeling you felt that one night, more powerfully than you felt it, different than sparrows and rats. And this white light channels through your hand. All of your eyes go wide. All of the folks around staring, there's a gasp as this happens. And they look over at you. What was that? What's she doing over there?
So I grab her and I.
We have to go.
I just grab her shoulders and run through an alley.
As we start moving, I am going to take that little bit of silver that I had kind of like kept away. I take a few and I drop it by Deke, and I keep running.
Hang on. That's all what you think is happening.
Oh, no.
I appreciate your intent. What we're
and
gonna
I've
do now
already
is
started to run.
We're going to roll initiative again. DM has a 4. Who left off last time?
We don't do d20s.
Who is
Forgot.
rolling?
Thomas, I think you had rolled last.
Probably. Sure. All right. Let's go for it.
Come on.
Hey, Chatters, did I fail to show you the screen when I was showing the
Yeah,
minis?
he had a 4.
Did I not have it on the screen when I was showing the minis?
My heart is beating so fast. Oh my god, I can't
Mad
believe it
Chatters?
worked.
Anybody let me know?
Well, you don't know that it worked.
Well, that's fair enough.
You might have just accidentally.
If I didn't hear, I'll go through them real quickly again here.
Bad
So
thing.
this is Dahlia.
Hi.
This is Duke. This is Click. And this is Mila. Okay, good. I didn't know if it was on the screen when I went through to show it to you. So, all right, and let me move that announcement thingy over. And
Also, I think I was probably closer up on.
all right. So, what was your roll?
I rolled a 3. I think you beat me.
Yep.
I did beat you.
Ah.
Correct. I have a 4.
Well-
Beans, oh man.
That means you get to roll it next
Numbskull on
time.
the ground's probably gonna get up and beat us up. Thanks to
all right.
healing.
and-
Well, maybe he's not awake yet. You never know.
all right. So, as that light comes from your hand and you hear the gasps all around, you see Deke's eyes flash open, bloodshot red. You see his jaw is still completely broken, but you've partially sealed that, where you shanked him, Dahlia. And you guys go wide.
Oh wait, don't.
I don't feel bad about
What are
it.
you doing? He reaches up to snatch your hand. Oh, gosh.
Do I have to roll in return to try and
Hold
not
on.
get?
No,
oh
hold on.
no! Is that a crit?
A crit on a hand grab.
I've got to figure out how the dice would play this out. As he reaches out to snatch your hand, you pull away way too quickly, but he accidentally caught part of his own coin purse, and he scatters coins all over the alleyway. You hear the coins go falling everywhere.
I laugh.
And he stands up, he kind of grabs his side. Are you stay there close to him?
Well, not anymore. I'm staying careful though because he shouldn't be standing.
All right, so what are you doing? What are all of you doing?
He grabbed me and we're running.
Finding an alleyway, and I'm not staying here.
All right.
I do say, don't go Aussie Vossy Deke, and I just pull up a bunch of coins and run.
Yeah.
As you grab some coins, you see there are 10 more of these young ruffians coming down these stairs.
They went to go get friends.
Deke shouts,
go.
"Get him! Get him! The witch did something to me!" All right, so you're gonna turn and run down the hall, down the alleyway.
I already started when she started healing him. I had been gone.
Okay, all right. So all of you turn to begin running down the alleyway of the low quarter here, past the Bobet Common House, and now we are in a chase. So here's the way this is going to work. You have
Some of y'all are dying.
My heart is beating fast. My hand is sweating. I
You
feel
have a-
lightheaded. I'm
Session 1, calm down.
you have a 1 round advantage because you all turn. So you're technically now about 6 seconds ahead of them
Great.
as they're all coming down. All right.
Okay.
Now that will either shrink or grow depending on each round. We'll roll initiative, and then we're going to roll a d10 against each other to see. Now, fortunately, you're all about the same speed because these are all young around your age. Deke would be the only one that's older. Or actually,
got a
he's around the
broken
same,
jaw.
but he's not running too
And a
fast
puncture
right
in
now.
his rib.
Yep.
I mean, it might be a little healed. but
As you turn to run, though, you hear him shout out, "You'll regret this! I'm with the yellow knives!"
yeah, do I know who that is?
Let me have both Mila, who's been here for a little while, and Click make a knowledge
No.
local check.
No idea.
Yeah, you would have
Literally
no
just raw
idea.
intelligence.
I hang
Actually,
out in like the
you probably wouldn't
the
have any
shopping
idea either.
commons.
Well, I don't have an idea, so don't worry. It's a 3.
Okay.
13.
13 on okay. Yes. First thing that goes through your mind, like there's a little bit of shot of fear. Yellow Knives are one of the roughest gangs in all of the low quarter of Altamira.
Nice.
And yet they also commonly go into the mid quarter, and that someone like Deke would be part of that seems highly unlikely to you, but it's interesting claim that is made nonetheless. And with that said, we go to the next initiative.
You're
is
rolling
it
it now.
me?
Just a
Yeah.
single d6.
DM has a 2.
You can beat that.
That's a
you can
4.
beat that.
4. Okay. All right. So you gain an additional few feet of distance, and now who's going to roll for the first speed check? I'll show you kind of. I'll show you kind of.
I don't think it matters. I think
As
we're
you,
just
as you
rolling
run,
flat d10s.
you careen
Yeah.
down some old stairs, wooden stairs, onto a secondary level.
You roll it.
D10.
You bounce and brush past several of the townspeople who are in your way, making your way down this. Let me get down here on the lower level here. Making your way down.
Got some
Oh,
cool
I didn't know
music.
I could do that.
Whoa!
That's pretty cool. I just figured out I could do that. Sorry. As you run down the alleyway, who rolled?
I did. I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're rolling D10s.
All right. You hear their shouts growing just slightly more distant as you continue to move down the roadway here. Let's roll initiative again.
You beat him, so roll again.
I roll again. Okay.
I have a 5.
Oh, no, come on,
You
6,
can
6.
beat a 5.
Come on.
If we tie, does
Then we
that
roll
mean
again.
then we
roll
fight
again.
to the
Roll
death.
again, huh?
Well,
Oh.
that won't do it.
That's not. That's
All right.
a 1.
So I've got to try. All right.
Good
So
solid 1.
darn,
right.
darn.
I'm figuring
That's
out how
okay.
many square. All right. Now
fine.
we make the
Nobody's
speed
nerfed.
roll. So who's rolling the D10 this time?
I'll go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
We can.
I'll pass that one around.
Hey, come back here! Come back!
A 3.
We'll find you! You hear their footsteps getting much closer. You actually lost 2 that round because they beat you on
this the
initiative and the
difference?
speed. So now they're just a few. You can actually hear them much louder. They know this area as well as Click and better than some of you. Yes.
My soup. This seems strange. I know where I put it. If I'm running and we're about to pass it, can I like just scoop it and toss it behind us?
Oh, so you actually the bow bet is behind you.
Ah, shoot. Okay.
Yes,
then,
but good. That's a great. That's a fantastic idea though. But no,
Okay.
the bow bet's behind
Could
you.
I use my knowledge of the alleyways around here to say, like, there's a tight one and I know there's probably boxes in it that we could jump over and knock behind us?
You could. You can try to use any of the. So you guys role play this as you want. Any terrain around you. You also know
I know where we can go.
you're not far from where you were.
Yeah.
Just follow me. It'll be fine. Just follow me. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So-
All right. They are now exactly one turn
Are we
behind
using
you.
our
Alrighty.
ability to attack to run?
No, I'm rolling. No, it's a straight D10. We're rolling against each other, almost like a secondary initiative on a
Okay.
D10. And I'm assuming all of your speed is roughly the same because you're all about the same size.
I'm saying,
same
like,
age.
we can't do anything else on our turns other than run unless we want them to extra catch up to us.
You can if you choose not to sprint.
But then
You're-
they'll definitely
yeah,
catch
yeah,
up.
you're going. Yeah, you'll definitely get caught if you're not sprinting. If you want to stop and make a stand, you can.
No.
Oh,
I'd
No.
rather not.
I have 1 hit point left. We ain't
Me
staying.
too.
We are running for our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Hey, thank you very much for that story, Castle. That's
What?
Jeffrey. All right. So as you're running,
Yeah,
let's
I
go
think
to
you're
initiative again. Your feet slapping.
Jenny.
You bump into a.
Get the D10.
You bump into an elderly woman. Watch where you're
Oh,
going.
initiative?
Initiative.
Oh, come on, baby. 4.
4. Roll
Dang it.
again.
Oh,
Come on, come on, come on.
It was weird, like my camera thing restarted, but it's still going. So everything's good, I think. Yeah.
Somebody said audio cut out.
Audio did
Yeah,
cut out.
I think we
Oh,
all
I
got
screamed.
really excited.
Sometimes when
It's
we yell
me.
really loud.
Yeah.
Does it
computer
cut
just
out
goes,
when we get excited?
Is all okay? It's coming back on.
Okay,
Are we
great.
good?
All right. Yeah.
Hi, welcome back.
Sorry.
We're excited.
Sorry.
Can you hear us back? No. It hasn't happened like that in a while. I don't want you. Yeah. I
Because
don't want,
Cade is gone.
Well, I was going to say this is session 1 and we've already made it happen.
what's it? Bucks cough. Remember, sounds like. Didn't I say Joffrey? I thought I said Joffrey. I thought I said. Did I say Joffrey? I meant Joffrey. I know. I
Is
said
it Joffrey?
Yeah, it's Joffrey. Yeah, I've got that. All right. Oh, I know what that does though. That
It
kills.
sounds like
Kills your sound panel music.
Well, yeah. So then I have to reboot.
Oh wait, it
this
just paused YouTube, I think. Or no, you had different stuff
No,
playing. Never mind.
no. I got it.
Yep, yep.
All right. So as you're running, you get a little bit of distance. You are now exactly 2 rounds ahead of them. And hang on, I think I have to kill
At least we'll
each
keep it
app
even.
that
I mean, we're ahead of them.
had
That's what
sound
matters.
going. 1 second.
Session 1.
I do not want to discourage you from yelling. I think what would happen is everyone yelled at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do that, maybe just like cover the mic or something.
Or all
do
scream
staggered,
in.
yeah.
No. It's all good.
We'll
Just
pick
maybe cover the
different
mic.
pitches.
We can harmonize. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I think I yelled too.
People
So
hate that
Scream
more.
harmony.
sorry, I'm tone deaf. That won't work.
Are you actually?
Yes.
Well, you go first, and then
Yeah, and then we'll add on. We'll layer it for you.
we're here to serve you, Jenny. Let us help you.
You thought Cade was an
I was going to say, so this is why you were so not to play a bard. You were very.
anti-bard.
Yes.
all right, here we go. As you run, now we roll our speed check.
I already rolled.
Okay, and don't tell
really,
me.
really well.
I rolled so high.
I rolled a 2.
Yo!
Okay, all right. You pick up another one. All right. So as you dart down the pathway, you go down another set of stairs, and you see the turn coming here. You careen past an elderly gentleman as you bump him. Hey, watch it! You make this tight
Sorry,
turn,
mister.
and now we roll initiative again as you run into the setting sun. DM has a 6 on this one.
You're up on initiative.
You're up. You got
nuts.
this. There's 6. You got this. Another 6. Easy.
Oh, nutters.
It's fine.
4.
Okay. All right.
Nutters?
Down to the 2. All right, now we roll the D10. Who's up on the D10?
You're up on the. Oh no, Jenny.
no.
All right,
roll a D10.
here we go.
We'll just keep
Yeah.
slapping against
Yeah.
the ancient pavement. Ooh, I got a 9.
7.
Ah, you're down. All right. Once again, you can feel their breath on your necks. As you move down a little bit further, you come down the last set of stairs. Mila, you know you're getting very close to where your hideout is. You bump past still 2 more. A chicken flies out of the way. And we go to initiative again. DM,
on
oh my
initiative.
goodness.
Don't tell me it's another 6.
5 on the die.
Oh wait, is it?
It's
Yes.
not me.
5.
Oh, okay,
Roll
roll
again.
again.
Come on.
DM has a 2.
Dang it.
Okay. They are now with
You're on
you.
the D10 as
They're
well.
as you're running, they are right there with you. They
Do I see
they
anything?
reach out.
Like liquids.
I was also thinking, like, you said there were chickens.
Yeah, there are
Could I maybe
chickens.
run by and cut loose a coop open and try and get feathers going as we're
Oh,
running?
well, you haven't seen a coop, but I mean, you could
Do
try
I
whatever
see a
you want.
liquid or like
Chamber pot.
yes.
There happens to be a vat of oil right by the side of the road. I'm
There's a wizard who
teasing.
can cast
no, but
race.
legit,
He's happy to do it.
would there be a chamber pot somewhere that I could kick over behind us?
Typically, they're not left by the side of the road, but let's just see here.
if you live on the first floor.
Yeah.
Hang on, yeah, hang on here. All right, so let me roll a percentile dice here.
Is there a crate of milk on a front stoop?
Yeah. Is there a
Maybe
nice
a
guy in
pie?
a clean white suit and a little hat? And he's like, I've got your local
A nice little pie on a
Just
windowsill.
some pie.
Yeah.
I'll throw a pie at someone's face.
So you realize you did actually pass a couple of chamber pots back a little ways before, but there are none right here, and no one was asking at that point for that idea. So as you could see a hand reaching out to grab at the back, footsteps, many of them. Looks like some have been left behind, but as you just do a hasty glance over your shoulder, it looks like there's at least 7 or 8 of them that are right here with you.
Do I know a scarier gang?
Not a scarier gang, but
Than the
obviously any of the
Yellowknives?
guilds.
Well,
Yeah, the,
are there any like taverns or anything?
no, I mean, there's
It's like
right, this area.
residential.
These are all shanty houses. You're passing clothing lines.
The Thieves Guild is just called the Thieves Guild, right?
Correct.
Clothing lines.
How armor.
Okay,
too,
well,
like an old-timey
I went through the clothing line and I rip them off behind us.
Well, they're up
Yeah.
a bit high,
Oh.
but that, I mean, now that you're looking, you could try to jump for one.
All right, I try to jump for one.
Okay,
And
all right.
I yank it down. I mean, I gotta do something, right?
All right,
How
so
many pluses you got?
on your,
Yeah.
so just roll a d20, and what is your dexterity bonus?
Probably pretty good.
Thank you, Mad Chatters, for all
Not
of your
pretty
support. Thank you, Ren Reb.
No, it's pretty good.
I heard the uh-oh, and so I was a little more.
Oh, 16. Hey. Hey,
Okay.
now.
Plus 3.
A 16.
Do you want to add any of your pluses to this roll just to make sure it
Do I have
happens?
to do it ahead of time?
Yes, you do.
Well, I think that's highly unfair.
I tell you what, because we're all still learning, and we just put this plus.
don't
this
know
plus.
anything.
Even for Kate, it was advantages the whole time. The plus ones are different, so I will allow it this time. But in the future, they must be announced before the roll.
But what if you waste it? Like if you
That-
kill
that's the risk
Oh,
you
I
run.
That's
think
the
that's
risk.
so dumb.
Well, game's not always fair, is it? You learned that as Kate when you were inside the mouth of a kraken.
Okay.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Well,
I love the shirt, by the way. I love the
Pluses do
shirt.
you have?
Crap.
I have crap. So what
We
is?
go back just a little bit.
Oh, so what is the? How do we use the advantages?
No, plus ones.
It's
You can
either
add
pluses or advantages.
1, 2. If you have 5 of the plus ones, you can turn it into advantage. That you definitely have to do before.
Okay.
Or if you want to say I've got 5 plus ones, you could take 3 of them and add it to the roll. How many?
I'll take 2.
2. All right. So you already rolled,
Plus
so you make
5.
an 18.
I didn't
Didn't roll yet.
16 was
16
the
was the
dex.
dex.
Oh, it was the dex.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So plus 3,
Smash
plus
the
2, so you got a plus 5.
Is that a...
What is that?
That's a nat 1.
It's a nat 1.
Thanks for the pencil, Aki.
Crappity crap.
Repping the merch.
As you leap up. With all. Oh, roll again to see if you fumble, by the way.
You have to
I really don't.
confirm.
You
Roll
won't
again.
fumble.
I really don't want to waste my stuff. I want my advantages back. I'm putting them back.
No, you don't. No.
Roll your dice. Roll your dice.
Ow.
You don't get it back.
Oh my gosh!
What is that?
I just died.
Can I have
just
this?
died.
Was that
I have
2
one?
I
ones?
just died. I
That was
just
2
died.
ones?
You didn't die. You just failed to get above
That was 2 ones?
You won't die.
Oh my goodness.
I'm eating this.
Oh my
I'm eating
goodness.
this.
Crappity crap.
Now,
I imagine
maybe,
Duke is actually saying that, and I'm like, this is the first time I've ever heard the word crap.
maybe worthy of a minor fate chip, perhaps.
If we had time for a minor fate chip, that would be there, but it is not. Okay. Hang on one
I
second
need
here.
somebody to save my life in the chat.
I just rolled this as a goof to see, like, it can't possibly get another 1.
You got a 1 as well?
Well, it's like for fun, because I
The
just wanted
dice
to see
do
what was
that
going on.
sometimes.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my
They
dice.
get in these moves.
Wrap 'em up.
New ones.
Yeah, but I kept rolling 5s and 3s with this
Oh, God.
one.
But they aren't
Them in the
ones.
moonlight.
They're
Tell
all-
them to do better.
They aren't ones.
You dice.
Well, you just got 2 more plus ones to make up
Oh,
for the 2
you
you
got
spent.
you got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Renrab.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Ones, though, that's actually insane.
This is most unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Most
You could say that, yeah.
unfortunate. All right, so as
I don't know what that means.
How do I get
What?
a full
How
health?
do you get a full heal? You have a full heal, though.
Oh, from last session.
I will take
There
it.
is a full
yeah.
heal for Duke.
I will need it.
Right.
You stumble and
full
faceplant
heal?
into a healing potion on the ground.
I will need it.
As the
because-
cherry
All right.
breaks upon your face.
As Duke is
Also,
running,
use your-
Duke is right behind, following Mila, and you see those 2 of you behind. You see Duke's head kind of tilt up, and the clothing line. Both of you have the same thought. Don't, Duke. Don't. It's clearly too high. It's clearly too high.
Like, I'm tall, and I'm like, there's no way. Like,
Duke-
I can't even do that.
Duke gracefully leaps up. As he does, his
is
foot
embarrassing.
slips. His hand, probably a full foot short of the clothing line. His feet go end over end, and you hear thunk. His head hits the ground with a sickening thunk, and you take 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 1 or 2. Boom! As your head hits, you see stars. You take 1 hit point of damage.
Were you on one?
I'm on one,
So you're
You're
unconscious
okay.
now.
So you fall unconscious on the ground.
but I have a full heal.
Yep.
grab it.
I bounce right back.
All right. Well, so no, what we would do then is,
Do the full heal from last session.
yeah. So we would have used it.
So then you just have.
Yeah. So you have one hit
So you have
point.
one hit point.
So you smack your head on the ground.
Okay.
You don't even see this.
Yeah,
You're
I'm-
still running. What are the two of you doing?
I
Remember, they're right there with you.
yeah.
Actually,
How
we didn't
did-
make our speed check this round.
how
Let's
did-
make our speed
oh, yeah.
check because that
was it my
that
fault?
could make a
I thought we
difference.
We did make the speed
no,
check.
we did
No, just
but we didn't
initiative,
do
and then we did the speed check could make all the difference.
That's a
Ooh.
1.
Oh, I thought that was a 7.
It's a
I have a 3. What'd you have?
I got a 1.
Another 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is-
yeah. So they have absolutely
We can't
caught up.
add things to this, can we?
I'm
So
pretty strong. Would I be able to like? And Duke's smaller than me, right? I'm pretty
yes.
tall.
Well,
Would
you
I-
could have to, not. Actually, yeah, smaller. Yes.
Can I just kind of like go low, pick him up the best I can, and just keep running?
Okay, you can. But as you scoop him up, you can't possibly. You know you wouldn't be able to carry him by yourself.
Yeah. Can I like look to Click and be like, "Can you help?" Like as we're running, like really quiet. Scoundrel.
I will shout behind me, Deke, you don't want to make this mistake again. I can get you into the Thieves Guild, and I'll like help get Duke up and just start running and look back like, how's he react to
Anything?
that?
As you look back, you don't even see Deke in sight. He couldn't possibly keep up
yeah.
with this chase and his injured.
Oh, I don't see
condition.
Deke?
No.
Sweet.
No, it's just so. No, you just have 6 now of these
Could I,
ruffians.
because I had gold coins in my hand that I picked up from Deke.
Yes.
As I grab Duke, I drop those on the ground behind me. Gold coins, you said.
Very smart. Very
I forgot that
smart.
you had those.
Now, not the silver I grabbed from
No,
your
no.
bag.
No,
That I still have.
There's a lot of money that's.
Hey, look what he dropped! Look what he dropped! Like, get it, get it, get it! They all turn to the coins. They start scrabbling, dropping to their hands and knees.
Go, go,
picking up the
go!
coins.
Okay.
Whatever orders
Son of a
came from
gun.
Duke, not nearly as important as gold coin laying on the ground.
Yeah.
You scoop up the woozy Duke and continue running.
I look at you and I say, all right, let's burn the can. Go, go, go.
As you run, you see Alora turn, Mila turn, and she ducks down an alleyway right next to a bookstore. And as she does,
Immediately-
you see she kind of furiously begins looking around the ground. You find the grate. You pull it open.
It's a great.
Yeah, take the knife, do the shimmy.
All right,
Go,
what
go,
are
go.
the- What are the two of
Go.
you doing while she says this?
I'm gonna watch down the alleyway to make sure nobody's coming.
Yeah.
With my
I-
sling spinning above my
I'm
head.
looking to Duke and I'm like, go, get in there.
All right, so you turn.
Well, I'm gonna go down the alleyway, but wait at the end of it, not at the
Yeah.
front. I don't want to be where they might be able to see
I get
me.
him
Yeah, so
into
I
more of
have
like
you
a
kind of
feral
peering around
kinda
the corner
crouch,
here. This is
like
this is
nice
the
and
this is the
low.
direction you came in from.
Yeah.
So I have you kind of peering,
I see.
peering around the corner. They're back down. They're this. Whoops.
Great.
They're this way.
And I just have my sling at my side, ready to go if need be.
Okay. All right. As you are pulling down, opening the grate next to the bookstore.
I'll make sure everyone else gets in, and
you
then I'll
see-
close it behind.
Yes, in fact, they are finishing scraping up the coins, but they were all so occupied, you can't be sure, but it doesn't look like any of them saw where you ducked
Great.
off the alleyway. Mila is rushing. You're now kind of
Is this
with
a
it enough.
sewer like grate?
No. It looks it looks like was maybe once a storm drain
Does it
grate.
smell?
But no, you smell nothing.
Oh, okay.
Go, quiet though.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I go in.
I'll slowly back up, keeping my eyes out of the alleyway just in case they decide to come. But
Find us. It's okay.
All right. As you each go down, it's a very tight squeeze to get in here. An adult could not get down this grate.
Great.
But you find, interestingly, stairs. Not to you. You've been here before. But to you, Dahlia and Click, the first thing that goes to your mind, Click, is what an extraordinary place to
yeah,
hide.
have I never found this before?
And you start going down the stairs. Same thing for
gonna get
you,
my lamp.
although obviously uncomfortable in this setting. And you kind of pull yourself down. It's pitch black in here. There's just
I-
enough light coming from the.
We'll get my lamp ready. Oh, yeah.
All right, you flare your lamp. How long do you stay in this alleyway watching? Click.
once everyone's down,
Once
I'm
everyone,
going
you go
down.
down as well.
Mila would've been like, click.
Okay. All right.
Or
Let me make
whoever
one
you
more
want,
check.
Someone, please, get down here.
Hey, you hear they all pick up and they start running, but you don't stop to see if they have any sense of the proper direction, I
No,
assume.
I'm gonna get down there before they have a chance to know where we are.
Okay. And in moments, you are all inside, underneath the grate. You go down a set of stone stairs, and you see what? What am I missing?
Said Duke knocked the sense of smell right out of him.
Can't smell anything. You're right.
You see a set of stone stairs illuminated by the lantern of Mila, and you see it is a darkened-looking cellar. There's dust everywhere. Very odd for this to be in a place where there looked like it was a sewer grate. Might have been at one time used expressly for purpose of hiding. A couple of broken barrels lay around. Cobwebs hang from the ceilings. There is, in fact, a table that sits there. Rickety and old, gnarled, knotted wood, and on one side a half-broken barrel sits, on the other side a half-broken crate sits. Breathing heavily, do you pull the grate closed as you come down?
I wanted everyone to go down first, and then I go down, because I know how to close it behind to
stand
make
out
sure
on the
it is.
stairs.
Yeah.
And when I come
Okay.
down, I have my finger to my lips to everybody, and I'm just looking at them while I keep an ear up to the grate, trying to listen for them to run past.
Okay, all right, you put your ear up to the grate, and as you listen, it takes a few seconds, and you do hear their footsteps and their shouts going past the alleyway. They clearly did not see where you went, and they move on in pursuit, their voices receding in the distance.
We still have to be quiet, because there's, this isn't necessarily, my residence. This is just where I've been staying.
I look at the two of you, and I say, are you cork-brained? What are you doing? Caught in the middle of the street with a bag full of silver, and you? What was that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I understand the confusion and the want for answers. And while I wish I could, give some, I can't really give any.
I'm really sorry. I feel like I made a whole mess out of this day for
No, you're right.
everyone.
You probably owe us.
Yeah. I kind of just, I think like I moved to a corner and just like gently try to upend my bag, and there's like a large quilt that kind of falls out, and then like, I think like, I don't know how to describe it better than like snake oil style tinctures. Like they're just water. Like it's just water in a jar, like that is like has a very fancy written label on it, and then like a couple other things, and I'm like, there's probably something in there. And then like I pull out like the little silver bag, and I'm like, and I just kind of like put it in your hand. And I'm like, I don't really, normally I don't have to be in town for that long, and I don't really know how anything around here works, I think.
In town?
I'm not.
You're not from Altamira.
Are you?
This is my city.
You own it?
You're in my town. Altamira. Free city.
Are you some kind of royalty?
You could call me that.
Why are you on the streets then? Like us. In the stories that I've read, most of the royalty stay in the castle where it's safe and they don't have to deal with ruffians and teens and poverty and hunger and starvation.
Well, they don't know their city like I do.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Truly, I can't disclaim this. I don't know much about this place. Who exactly are? I'm Mila. Mila's my name.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have
And
names?
Oh, me?
You?
I'm Dahlia.
It's a pretty name.
All right, you seem rather gentle.
Sometimes.
This one's Duke.
Hi, Duke.
He's...
Are you okay?
Your head,
Sorry.
is it okay? Do you need me to take a look? I can try to do what I...
Yeah.
I walk away.
let
I'd
her
rather
do the
you didn't. It
thing.
looked like it made him quite upset.
But his bleeding stopped.
he was gonna die.
Yeah, because you stabbed him.
Well, he was gonna hurt you.
I've been hurt before. Still standing. And you
he's
see
like-
like a black eye.
Yeah. But he's like a full-on adult.
No. No, Deke's about 2 years older than me. He's just a bit,
He's very big.
I don't like that. That doesn't seem fair.
well,
Big people shouldn't be that bad.
you get used to it.
Okay.
Anyways, we've obviously got some things we need to work out, but why don't I introduce myself to you all?
Yes, that's what I was asking.
All right. You can call me Click.
Like, oh.
Is that your real name?
I think it's
Or
my
is it
fake
like,
name.
Is it like a cool, like, secret name?
No, that's the one they gave me.
That's a cool one. I like that one. So, Dahlia, Click, Mila, Duke.
When Click gets complimented, his chin raises as it does.
Well,
You don't just stay out on the streets taking care of the people that are trying to take care of you, if you know what I mean.
people trying to take care of me? Well,
Does that happen
he was
a
gonna
lot
die.
around here?
Welcome to the low quarter.
I haven't spent a lot of time down here.
Listen, if you want to be a bit safer, you better join the guild.
What's a guild?
Why a guild?
Safety in numbers, right?
Oh, okay.
Why are we all here? Why didn't you run off on your own? Why did you
Because-
bring us?
You guys were gonna get hurt.
Safety in numbers, right?
I guess.
You don't know much about Altamira. It seems like you're kind of new. I'm still learning what Duke knows, but he's a little quiet.
I know some, but just not about down here.
Altamira's a complicated place. A lot of scary people. One particularly very scary person. And Click just kind of shudders. We keep in packs. Stay safe.
That makes sense logically, like, understandable.
That's why we were at the Bobette. I imagine that's why you were going there.
Well, I went there. Oh my gosh, Finn! Oh, I need to go get him. Oh, he must be so scared and alone. Oh, my poor boy.
Who's Finn?
My roommate. He lives. So
What does he look like?
Oh, well, he's really small. I think it's kind of like dark brown, like blackish kind of fur. It's a really big tail.
Okay. Sorry, gonna stop you there. Is Finn?
Speedy black eyes.
Finn's a rat.
Yeah. Yes.
He sounds nice.
He's very nice. I found him when I first found this place, and then he's let me stay.
How did you even
You see
find
Click
this
just look around the room and really try and take in who all he's just met. What the heck he's gotten himself into.
At this point, Mila, who's pretty comfortable in this place, sets the lantern down on the table, and she probably had left a quilt in here, and she'll go grab it and kind of bundle it up and sit down to give more seats for the others to have a sit at the table.
I'm looking around.
Okay.
I have like a blanket as well, and I think I kind of like try to roll it in a way that like more than one person could sit, and I just kind of like pat it next to me for whoever would take it.
Okay, so you got the lamp on the table. All of you are, seated either on the barrels or on the blanket, but you see Duke kind of poking around the corners, seeing what he can find.
Most of what I've seen is just a bunch of cobwebs.
I think they're a nice
Nothing.
touch. Probably keeps a lot of bugs out.
Yes, but I haven't taken them down yet.
Yeah.
It's not my place to mess up someone else's home. They're just letting me stay.
You find some like broken bits of wood.
The
And,
rolls are not in my favor today.
I don't think you were gonna find a pouch of gold and a magic ruby.
No, I could have found something else.
Like a cool-shaped rock.
Like an amethyst, or like, some sort of geode. I don't know. It would have been cool.
A cool switch that opened to another room.
Listen, Duke and I were on the way to a job when we got interrupted by you.
Sorry.
It's fine. Seeing as you owe us, and I bring that silver coin back out, why don't instead you help me and Duke go do that job?
Well, we're a pack now, of course.
That was easy. You
I
just stay
do have
here
to
in
be
your little...
back in a like. Would I know like what moon I'm on right now? Like what
Yes.
phase of the moon?
Yes, it's sort of the first phase of the waxing moon.
So it's only been like a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah.
So I think Dahlia would just be like, I have to be back in about 27 days.
I think you'll be all right.
Okay, I don't know how long this job's gonna be.
With me, lickety split.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I don't stay many places super long.
Well, this seems like a pretty good spot.
Wait, is
It
this
is
not
very
your
nice.
house?
No. No. It's a very nice man lives upstairs. He has a little library. I've never actually been inside of it, but it looks very nice.
Do you wanna
He's also
go?
not very nice, but it's fine. It's okay. This is a good setup. I like this place, and I have Finn, which I do need. Could we maybe allow me to go get him first?
Probably wait for a bit. Let things cool off. You don't just heat up like that and go right back out.
That's fair. Could I at least like?
Oh, I guarantee he's at the soup pot at the Bobet, feasting away.
I did leave him with my soup. He's probably having a very good time. I hope so, at least. I hope he's not scared or worried.
Anyways,
Sounds pretty brave.
He's very brave. When he first met me, he tried biting me.
Oh,
that's a rat.
Yes, but I gave him food, and then he liked me, and then we were really good friends, and we still are. And I'm very excited for him to come back. And you guys can meet him too. I'm sure he'll like you guys.
I can't wait.
Well,
We're
we'll wait
friends.
here for a bit.
Wow.
Go get your rat.
Yes, Finn.
And then I guess you'll accompany Duke and I to go finish our job?
What is the job? Is it like?
Well, you see, I'm a future member of the Thieves Guild here in Altamira. Might as well be an honorary member at this point, you see.
Honorary.
But you've got to test your entry.
Oh.
You don't just get in for free.
Yeah, of course.
No. It's not that easy.
That makes sense. Sure.
Right now, we're members of the Guild of Supplicants, but we're working our way out.
Guild of Supplicants. Supplicants? What does that word even mean?
Supplicants?
Supplicants.
I like that
doesn't know
laugh.
either.
It's like, it's like those people you see sitting on the sides of the street with the hands up. I don't do much of that. Feels kind of demeaning to me, but I don't hate on the people that do. They're part of the guild.
Well, yeah, I don't see why not then. To help.
We make coin as a collective, take care of each other as a collective.
Oh.
Okay,
nice.
that sounds nice. Yes. Does that mean we're all friends?
Yeah.
Sure.
We're first friends. Other than Finn, of course.
Love friends.
Me too. You all seem very nice.
I think as he says that, Dahlia just like looks at him for a beat longer than normal, and like the same smile is there, but there's like
Something else behind the eyes.
well, just a glint of like, you kidding? Like, are you being serious? This is very serious to me. But then like kind of just keeps.
Mila's very trusting. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, friends.
After a beat, Click is going to go up to the grate and lift it and just give a quick look around up and down the alleyway.
Right. You poke your head up. As you do, a little brown shape darts past you. And you see now the sun has gone down. You can hear the night sounds, even as the revelry begins inside the low quarter. And you see no sign of any foot traffic here in the alleyway, just normal night traffic outside.
Do I see Finn?
Yeah, Finn comes darting down the stairs.
Finn! I'll get down on my knees and like open my little hands to see if he wants to come greet me.
Roll d20.
She did just give him a full bowl of soup.
Yeah.
Well, as far as he's concerned, that was just providence.
Providence. The gods.
What's that? A 4? He pulls up short. You see not just his whiskers, his entire face is brown, just covered with the dried soup. He sniffs, and he looks at your hands, and he just kind of hunches down and watches you.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're safe. I see you probably enjoyed that soup. Sadly, I did not, but that's okay. I've gone more than 3 days without food before. I can do it again.
Would I have like any food or like?
Yeah,
nuts
you would
or
have. Yeah, I
berries or
mean,
anything?
you're used to coming into
Yeah.
town, and you took time to gather things from your
Yeah.
room. So I'd say you had coins. You were anticipating buying some rations, but you've got some bread and maybe some dried meats enough to survive for 2 or 3 days.
I think there's like some sort of weird dried like snake jerky or something akin to that, and I just kind of like hand it over to you, and I'm like, you can have some.
Really?
Yeah, we're friends.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. I hope you like it.
She just fucking devours it in like one go. It's gone.
And after a
still
beat,
taste?
Click will look back down and just say, "Coast clear. Let's get moving."
Are you okay? I'm not. And then I like hold up my hand that's like just kind of like bleeding down my.
Oh my
like,
gosh!
I've
I
wrapped
can-
it and it's okay, but it's like dried mostly. And I'm like,
I
we're a
can try
damaged
to
group.
help. It doesn't always work. Honestly, I'm very surprised that it did work.
it was pretty cool.
It felt very. It felt right.
Was it scary?
No.
Oh.
Which is.
Will it be scary for me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've done it with birds before.
Okay.
Oh, I wouldn't possibly burn your arm off on accident.
Oh dear.
And I'm gonna focus really hard, and I'm gonna really try really hard to try and maybe potentially do something. I'm gonna imagine it in my head, the hand healing, and it being no blood left.
You feel like her grip, as nothing has yet happened, her grip gets tighter and tighter, almost painfully so, like she's trying to force it or will it. She's quite sweaty as well. And even as it gets to the point where the grip feels too tight to hand, nothing happens.
Did it work?
Blood still
Maybe.
Did it work? Was there?
No light or anything.
There's
but
no
maybe
light.
it worked on the inside.
Well, if you could check it.
Okay.
Maybe.
It worked on
I didn't
unwrap
feel
it. And I like hold it up and I'm like,
no,
is that
that's-
anything?
It definitely still looks like it was injured. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Maybe I could try later once
Maybe
it
you used all of it
has.
for right
Yeah, maybe it just needs to rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And
I'll,
the
like,
same
rewrap
for
it
your
back.
head. I didn't actually see what happened. I heard a thunk, and then you guys kept running, and so I was hoping everything was okay.
Embarrassing.
Oh. We
Duke,
can just pretend it never happened then.
from up top.
Cute.
Duke, bleaters, come on.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
We've got a
right.
job to do, remember?
I'm gonna turn to Finn.
Sleep?
Can we sleep?
Night's the best time to do these jobs. You want to do it during the day?
I
Come
don't
on.
I
want
hope you
anyone to
don't.
get hurt.
I've got all my energy ready to go. Pumped up.
Good for you.
Well, you seemed so excited to go into that fight with Deke. Did he get you knocked down a peg?
I knocked myself down a peg. Did you forget?
It was scary and entertaining. You're fine. Come on. Brush the dirt off.
If I could stab you, I would.
They seem
I choose not to hear that.
I'm sure they're very close. I've seen this kind of banter in my books before.
I will guide them up the stairs and we'll begin walking
I
our way
will tell
towards...
Finley I will be back later. I'll bring him some food, sit tight, or do whatever he wants because it's his place too. He has free reign.
And I will guide them towards whatever
really, you're
burning
just
building.
a tenant in his dreams.
Truly, I feel very honored.
The rat kind of cocks his head at you and immediately follows you.
I try not to cry. I'm very happy. Mila just has like this big old smile. You
Well, he
guys
clearly
see?
disobeyed. He did not stay. But
That's okay. I mean, he can do what he wants. It's fine. You guys see very clearly missing teeth. Just, of a young sort, not because she's gotten them beat out of her or anything. Just missing teeth.
Aw.
But she seems very happy.
Bit of a late bloomer, are we?
She is very small.
Are you being
That wasn't in character.
you jerk?
Okay.
I will guide them down alleyways and streetways out of the low quarter into wherever this burning building was.
Okay. All right. So you move out into the night, and as you do, you can see the twin moons of the Flyness. And of course, when your mother was speaking to you, she speaks of the primary moon, and that's the one in first phase. The other is waning and 3/4, casting nice illumination. You make your way through the streets and hear 4 urchins moving street by street through the free city, make no cause for attention for anyone. And you note Click seems to be leading you away from the low quarter up toward the middle areas of the city. And even in the night sky, you can still see tendrils of smoke wisping now, no longer gouting against the stars and the moon.
As we're walking, I'll point out the smoke to both of you guys. That way you're at least aware of where our destination is.
Would the middle area be like where I would go to sell stuff typically?
Typically, huh?
So I think like Dahlia walks with like a little bit more like not confidence. I don't think she has much of that to give, but like I guess ease probably
Okay.
in this
Is
area.
it, are the streets lit at all in the low quarter?
Yeah, you have the occasional guttering oil torch.
Probably not as much as the mid and high.
No, right,
areas
exactly.
Of the
Yeah,
city.
it's mostly lit by street windows and fires that are kind of bonfires in the corners and people out. You see all kinds of ribaldry and drunkards and caterwauling, women of the night calling from the tops. Hey, you sweetie! Not towards you guys. Not towards you.
We hear.
That would be really weird.
You hear it, not towards you. We're not going there on Blue Box. No, everybody, just relax.
With my my dark vision, I will guide them through darker areas, being cautious around corners, checking down alleyways, because people are wont to reach out, grab, and steal if possible, and be as cautious as possible. At least in the area that I'm aware of.
Sure.
Where bad stuff can
I
be.
forgot to mention that I would have grabbed my lamp and blown it out because obviously attached
Okay.
it to my thing, but I have that.
And I have my little knife out.
Precious.
My bag is now severely more empty than it was, but it is still a large backpack. The structure still large.
Still a large floppy backpack.
Yes.
In moments, you reach the edge of the low quarter and heading into the market section, and there is no restriction heading back and forth through these areas. A couple of bored-looking guards sitting by the side of the gate as you pass up, walking up the stairs. One grizzled-looking, kind of middle-aged man, balding pate, helmet laying next to him, rubs a hand against a rough jaw. What are you all about tonight?
Click has his thing. You guys have not seen Click's face at all. His head is made in.
Your mummy know where you are?
He continues walking past, gives him a small nod downward, and continues walking past.
I nod at him and I go, yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Have a good night.
I just pull my cloak over my head.
All right then, have it that way. Be careful out there.
Thank you.
There's
You too.
thieves about.
After we're a decent distance past, I will slow a bit and look at you guys and say, yeah, he was one of those thieves.
How do you end up there?
He's looking for people to steal from. Why you think he's calling out to you? Just walk, all right?
Well, he seemed very
And
nice.
if you
he was
keep
warning
coin in
us
a
of the
purse,
thieves.
pat it every so often.
What if it's inside of my backpack?
Put it on your front.
Okay. Take off the backpack, move it toward the front, kind of tie it off.
Okay. Kind of bring it around to the front. It's flopping against your legs as you're walking. And the
It's a cool look. I like People would look at me and say, wow, that's cool.
That's exactly what
And
they
not
do.
like a middle schooler with too many trapper keepers. Definitely not like that at all.
Let's see here with the random encounters.
Oh no. count the random encounters.
We're being complimented on our awkwardness.
Yeah!
I'm really
I was
into
gonna say
that.
what happened to Duke earlier is peak middle school. Being like, yeah, I got an 8-foot vertical leap. Being like, you
so
can
true.
jump a little. Like, great work.
I still cannot believe you rolled 2 nat ones in a row. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
3, technically.
And I will say, for
3.
those of you that were behind that, actually, it was not a very high leap at all.
Oh my god.
You would expect even a middle school
Sad.
boy to get a little bit
Yeah,
more
get a little
air
more
than
air.
that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you're moving along, you see a cloaked figure. You're going through some merchant stalls here. They're all empty.
You're a cloaked figure.
They're all locked down by night, but one steps out from between 2 canvassed pavilions and stops in the middle of the path in front of you. Hey, you kids, what you on about?
Gonna keep walking like we were told to.
He steps in front of you. It's dangerous out here, you know.
I give him a nod, and I just go, knock, knock.
What are you on about?
And then I get even more confident when I realize that he doesn't know what I'm saying. Thieves Guild business.
As he's laughing,
While he laughs, I run
like,
past
the
him while he
second
laughs.
he leans back and like closes his eyes to laugh, I think Dahlia's just like, oh, okay. We gotta we did
when
the
you see
riddle, great.
Click takes off running. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
I walk just right past.
I run with Click.
Just going.
You run.
Yeah.
At first, when he starts laughing, I start laughing too because he's laughing. I'm like, oh, I should laugh too. And then they start running, and I'm like, oh.
All right. All right. So as you 3 take off running,
Yeah.
you are kind
Oh,
of.
I like go around him.
But you're
like,
walking. Are you
I'll
running?
hustle if I see them hustling.
Oh, okay. All right. So he reaches out and tries to snatch Dahlia as she goes by.
Always Dahlia getting into.
Well, because she was the slowest to react
Yeah.
to what was going on, and he grabs. You feel his fingers brush your back. If your backpack had still been on, he would have been able to grab it. But instead, you just feel his fingers trail down your back, and as you run past him, I was just gonna sell you something, you stupid knaves. But he doesn't pursue.
Work on your marketing technique next time.
All right, you wend your way through the rest of the market, and as you're getting closer, you realize, Click, this smoke is not it's in the noble quarter.
Sweet.
And you know you will not be allowed to pass.
Oh, we don't gotta pass.
Okay.
I'll find my way through.
Okay. All right.
Looking
So-
around, how is this part different from the lower quarter? Because
Oh,
I don't
very-
think I've been up.
No,
here.
very different. So you have neatly cobbled stone here. You see lots of well-built structures, taller 3-story inns and taverns. More even, it's still early hour. Let's call it the 8th hour of the 8th hour of the evening. So people are milling about. You see the occasional horse trot by. You can hear just more normal sort of town life. And certainly a lot more signs of middling wealth.
Just casually be looking for a library. I'm not gonna go towards it or stop in it, but just seeing if I find one or see a sign for one anywhere.
I
Okay.
think too, as we kind of walk, if there are different shop fronts that I've sold to before, I'll like
Yes.
point at it and be like, "Oh, these 2 people live here, and this person was really nice." And I'm just kind of like, "This person's really old, and they smell weird." Like just kind of like pointing out different like shop fronts that seem familiar to me or that I've sold things to.
All right, so I like that, and we're going to employ that further. So you kind of started it. We're going to go to each of the
Classic.
3 of you that are remaining and have you just give a maybe 15, 20-second description of something you see, hear, smell within the structure of what I've given you, anything at all that your character would see. This is your chance to sort of improvise and roleplay. Now, you can't say, "Oh, I see a +5 magical sword drop from the sky into my hand." Right? It's just got to be something within the ambience of what's happening here. And we're going to start with you, Mila.
Oh boy! So as we're walking, as I said, she's keeping an eye out for specifically a library, and as they're going, maybe like the road that they're on relatively straight. There's a couple of side roads, and as she glances down one, she sees a little blue sign that has a little book on the front of a nice little building with like glass windows that peer in, and the lights are off because obviously it's late, but she just makes a mental note that it is there. A nice little book place.
Very nice, very nice. Click.
We pass by an alleyway and Click shudders as we pass it, and he looks over to Dahlia and says, "That black eye I've got it in there.
How old is that?
A couple of days.
What were you doing over here?
Stuff."
Oh, okay. I see.
Duke.
Keeping secrets.
As we're walking towards, he notices the smoke in the distance and just lowers his head.
I want to.
Do any of us clock that?
Yeah.
Each of you roll d20.
It's a 9.
A 3.
Come on, baby. A 7.
All right.
And what is your wisdom?
My wisdom is
Currently reduced.
a 6 right now.
Right, yeah. No, none of you really notice much about it. He just, all of you are kind of somewhat furtive as you're moving through this area, so it doesn't stand out to you. In moments, you're approaching the wall that separates from the noble quarter.
It's just a full wall.
I think it's like they get to the very end of that, Dahlia sees like one certain shop front of like an old half-elven couple that she had like sold some things to once, and remembers kind of like a look of pity on their face approaching her. At least that's how she read it at first, but maybe it was a look of kindness, and kind of like remembers that moment, and then like kind of looks to these people and like some similar kindness blooming forth in like their looks throughout the few moments that they've been spending together so far, and feels like calmed.
Once we get up to the wall, I'm not going to go to one of the entrances in, just up to the wall.
Right.
I'm going to look at everybody and say, all right, this job just got a lot more interesting.
How?
Why?
Oh, there's a wall between us and our target.
Can't we just get through how we got through here?
They're not going to let you and I through. They might let Dahlia through,
Why?
because she's a little cleaner. And I don't know about Duke.
Then what do we do?
Why were you running from the fire? Come on, Duke. We've got a job to do. If you can help, help. You got an in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Oh, I thought you said, "Are you ready?"
No, I said,
are
do
you
you
in?
have an in?
I thought you said, "Are you in?"
Yeah.
I asked
oh.
if you have an in.
No. No.
Where'd you get that silver cup from?
You have a silver
I
cup?
think they're abstaining.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Look, there's...
Do you want me to go try to get in there? I don't know if I'll be much good by myself, but
Duke, how do you feel about going with Dahlia?
Splitting.
We'll lie in the shadows nearby.
Is that-
She needs the backup.
Fine.
Well, then how are we gonna get in?
They'll vouch for us. We'll show up like we're late. Got a little dirty and rough, playing around. Need to get back home.
Do I look just a little dirty and rough to you?
Yep. Just a little.
Oh. Well, okay. That should be fine then.
such a loaded question.
Listen, Dahlia, if you can pull this off,
What does that mean?
Not quite sure, but I've seen a lot of people do it.
I don't know if that's a good habit of getting it.
Just go, and I'll give you a little kick.
Okay.
You got this.
So I think I walk up to the door, and I think like,
It's not a door, so it's a pair of
Oh.
iron gates, and
Oh,
they
okay.
are kind of half ajar, and there are 2 guards standing here. They're slightly more put together. They are wearing their helmets, leaning heavily on spears, kind of talking to one another. As you come walking over, the taller one, looks like a younger man. He looks over at you. What are you doing out at this hour?
so I'm a merchant. I know I'm a little young. I was supposed to make rounds and make deliveries, and I got distracted and I fell behind on my schedule, and I was supposed to go in there and make a delivery, but I worry that I missed my chance. And I didn't want to be alone at this time of night, and so I had my friends walk with me, but my mom's gonna be really mad if I don't give the things that I need to give to the people in there.
Okay, roll d20, please.
That's so good. That was so good.
5.
Ugh.
Trash.
Hopefully he's trash
You've
here.
got pluses to use for advantages.
I
forgot.
was doing opposing checks with modifiers, but I rolled a nat 1. So the
Five's
guards,
good, five's good.
they look at one another for a moment. They kind of whisper back and forth. Go ahead.
Yeah, once I hear her say she came with friends, I will also start to kind like we were just running a little bit
Yeah.
behind. Just
Sorry,
sort of jog
they're
up.
a little shy. I just really don't like to be.
I am wearing a very fine looking.
Oh my gosh, another nat 1. Now it's my turn.
It's a couple.
I rolled
it's a couple
2
things.
nat 1.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
Just be quick and get home. There's definitely trouble afoot.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
As I like salute, I kind of like try to keep it light, like, okay, and then just kind of like hustle on through.
All right. As you pass through the gates, you kind of squeeze through. You can kind of see the guards. They're looking at each other like, why did we let them through? They're almost like they want to come back after you. It's sort of my anachronism for the day. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Very much.
And so, in moments, you're in the noble quarter, and you see here large, smooth paving stones
Absolutely
neatly
my
joined
first time in the noble
together. You see street lights that seem to be filled with oil and casting warm glow all over the noble quarter of the city. The houses here are things that you've never seen before. You see some, modest homes that are 3 stories and, several thousand square feet. And the deeper you move, you see they just get larger and larger, some with spirals that lift up into the sky, gates, topiaries and gardens, large, wide thoroughfares, people walking to and fro. It's starting to get a little bit later in the evening, so traffic is starting to lighten up. But you are being taken more notice of here as, 4 children walking by at this hour. You see heads are kind of turning and looking at you.
Are there still alleyways around here?
Sure. But they're
Wider,
Yeah, they're
nicer.
wider, cleaner, still well lit.
Like the side of people's houses.
Right,
kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah, between houses, and you see there are shops here. Many of them have closed for the night, but you do see some taverns as you pass them still open. But instead of hearing bawdy, sounds of music inside, you hear, classical sounds of music. You hear minstrels, you hear lutes, you hear beautiful dulcet tones coming from some of these singing voices that are actually in tune, very much different than what you're accustomed to in the low quarter.
Could there be a horse trough somewhere in an alleyway nearby?
You would typically find the horse troughs in front of the taverns or by the side of the tavern. So yes, you could easily find one.
Wash my hands off and get a little clean, just to try and get less noticeably dirty in this area.
All right,
Try not to stand out as much as
bump
possible.
your way in between a couple of horses that seem to take no resentment of it, and you wash yourself with water and horse
Mila.
saliva.
Mila will do the exact same.
Okay.
She looks very excited now. This entire time, as soon as they stepped in, her face is just lit up. Everything is so beautiful, and things are just like perfect compared to the lower quarter. And so she's looking around at all these gardens and all
You
of
don't
these.
see broken windows
I
anywhere.
know. There's not glass littering the street.
No
No,
one's yelling at me
no
yet.
chamber pots sitting on the ground.
As we're both washing our hands together, I'll be like, can't help but notice you're a little bit excited to be here.
Well, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, and I did say
This
it
is
was
something I've never seen before.
better lit here, so we'll go back to our normal
Does
lighting.
Duke still have? Would we have been able to see from the few times that like Duke kind of like moved the hood a little bit back? If
No,
there's
it's-
any soot
it's-
or anything.
It's further, and I'm in the shadows.
Okay, further
Yeah.
forward now.
Now I'm
forward
trying to
than it was.
stand like off in.
It's not. You don't even need to make a check now. It's obvious as you're moving into the noble quarter. Duke is very uncomfortable being here.
As we're washing our hands, I'll say, well, what's wrong with the low quarter?
Well, nothing. It's just not this. Have you been here before?
No. And honestly feels pretty drab.
Really?
There's no life in the streets.
I'm gonna motion to the horses.
Just one of them.
They might be beautiful, but that's no excuse. Come on.
Appreciate the little things, or the big things, or appreciate it. Maybe we're never gonna see this again. And she's gonna wipe her face off, and it's just the water that she has been using is just like turning more and more brown as it goes on. It is very clear that Mila has not showered or washed
Well,
in.
no one showered.
What's a shower?
Oh my goodness, has not bathed in a very long time.
I think as those two are talking too, Dahlia kind of like leans down to Duke and just very quietly before the other two come back just goes, if you get scared while you're here, you can stand behind me. I'll look out for you. And like gives him a smile and like just maintains very direct eye contact for like a beat too long, and then kind of goes back to like proper like sales girl position. I'm like,
Dahlia, that was incredible back there too.
oh,
I didn't know that we were going to be able to even step foot in here.
I just made myself really scared on the inside, and then that worked.
Well, that just diminished my opinion of the situation.
Well, it worked,
It did work.
but I don't
impressive,
feel
truly.
scared anymore.
No,
good.
see, confidence is the key.
I don't know, scaredness seemed to work pretty well for her.
Maybe it could be both.
A healthy mix.
Not in my experience, but all right.
I'll try out confidence next time.
Click will dip
see
both
how
of his
that
hands into the water and run his fingers through his hair, slick his hair back, get it looking nice, better than it's looked in a while, and say, all right, let's get moving. Quick in and out, like I said.
Okay.
Sure. Where are we going? Just towards the smoke?
Do you not know why we're going where we're going?
Well, you said it was for a job, and so I assumed that we were going to the job. But
We
you pointed
are.
out the smoke, and so are we going towards the smoke?
Yes.
Are we gonna help put out a fire?
That sounds very fun.
We're going
Maybe
to help relieve people of their burdens.
Well, that sounds nice. Sure.
Yeah,
I like helping people.
great.
You know, like I had the wrong impression of you. I thought that you were, I think, maybe a little harsh when we first met, but you seem very nice and warm.
You're very nice.
Thank you.
In moments, you're moving back through the noble quarter.
As we're kind of walking too, I think I want to like stand towards the front and sort of like keep almost like a furtive glance as though I'm like that look between like I'm lost but I know what I'm looking for. Of like
Well, Click is walking
no,
with absolute
no.
confidence at the front of the group. Like,
Okay.
and like just making like notes and like nods of like, okay, I'm in this area. And I think maybe Dahlia had like been to like the first little bit once to like drop off something. and
Sure,
then
yeah,
leave.
okay,
So
that's
like
fair, yeah.
some like not comfort, but again like an ease of like I can be okay here. I can be okay.
I'm following nearly exactly the footsteps that Duke is taking, because I know that you are stealthy, and he said that we need to be quick in and out, and so I am being very quick and stealthy by copying Duke. Stay to shadows.
In several moments, you can, as you get closer, you wind your way through palatial estates. You're actually now getting into the deeper part of the noble quarter. The houses tower above you, gilded of gold openly here on the doorways, knobs of the gates, huge cisterns, some made of marble, and just sit open. The houses of all sorts of grandeur and splendor, but now you can smell the charnel scent of burnt wood and stone. And as Click takes you through an alleyway between two houses, you can see ahead a black gaping wound in the midst of this alabaster area, and burned down from the timbers, just the charred bits of stone, chimneys that are all that remain, kind of crawling up into the night sky like fingers against the moon, and bits of willowy smoke still come around, and you can see there are a couple of city guards that are still meandering back and forth around it.
And I'll put a finger up to everyone. And I want to get a bead on if there's a certain pattern that these guards are walking around, like what their pace might be, so that we could get a larger gap in between to just get into the house.
And I'm eyeing Click.
Is the house like? Can I ask too? Are there like still like walls to it, or is it just like the skeletal remains?
Yeah, just the skeletal remains. Some of the walls have collapsed. As I said, like you can see you can see where the entryway was, or the stairs that were marble that went up. The chimneys still remain, which is what I was describing a moment ago. Some of the walls, which were stone, are still up, but others, which were made of wood, are gone and burned to the ground. It is a husk.
Okay. So not much cover to be found if we were to run into that area.
As the two guards are kind of trying to time them, you watch. They stop, and they're talking to each other for a moment. They're about 20 feet away. So let me have all of you make a perception check.
Ah, good.
5 again.
Oh, perception's wisdom, isn't it?
It is.
Oh no!
Not bad for
Oh,
roll.
wow, she went.
17.
Oh, that's 16.
Nice.
Mine is a lot though, so I don't know.
Okay, you had a 7. What's your wisdom?
5.
Okay, and yours?
9. Oh, 4, because I'm a
4.
child.
No, you hear low sort of voices, not much you can make out. Mila and Duke, you do think you make out the word missing.
Missing?
But that's all you hear, and then they turn and they split, and they seem to be patrolling, like, walking past each other in this sort of a pattern, just slowly around the house.
Once I get a read on what that pattern is, I'll say, all right, looks a lot worse than I thought it was, but there's probably still good stuff in there. Silver, gold, lockbox, something we can grab in the ashes.
Is this your home?
You can't help but notice that Duke's entire visage seems to be changing.
Hey.
You good, Duke? Mila, you asked that question to me. You might want to redirect it.
Is this your home?
You won't go inside.
Why didn't you say anything till we got here? You knew where I was taking you, Duke.
You said we were headed to the smoke, not to the smoke.
I think you might have misinterpreted my meaning.
I'm gonna break down crying.
I think Dahlia will almost like, if Duke would allow it, will like gently have her hand kind of on the hood and then just sort of like pull him in.
Click shakes his head and walks back up to the edge of the alleyway, keeping an eye on the guards while this moment happens.
You hear racking sobs coming from beneath the hood, shoulders shaking violently.
Dahlia, you can't let them know who I am. So we have to get out of here.
Hey, if you want us to go, we can go.
But have Click go in there and just see if he can find anything of my family's.
Okay. Is there anything you want us to look for?
Just anything. There might not be anything left.
Okay. I kind of like move Mila into where I was standing, and then like just and then I walk over to Click, and I just go,
How's the kid?
I think like the normal like kind of like silly demeanor is like, you are also. Anyway, Duke wants you to see if you can find anything of his family's.
His family's. Could have probably
But
guessed.
you can't let them know that Duke is Duke.
I'm not planning on anybody getting to know me all that much.
Okay.
You want me to go in there all on my lonesome?
I mean, I could come with you.
Gonna have
but
to leave that bag.
I'm not great.
Although it might be
at
smart to take it.
sneaking.
Yeah. God, I'd really prefer to have Duke.
Oh, I forgot there's no lights here because you're at a burned out.
I can go.
Go back to the.
So it is quite dark and
It's yeah, you can see the lights around, but there is no house in front of you, and all the street lights here are.
So if I were to
I'll know
go
what
in and
I'm
just
looking for.
get in the ashes, I'd probably be pretty hard to see.
Duke will
one
go.
would presume.
I think too. I think Dahlia would pitch to Click. If you want, Mila and I could try to distract one of the guards on one of
That's
the
a good idea.
sides.
That's a good
I
idea.
could ask for directions.
And if this is your place, Duke, you might know better places to look.
I'll take a part of my sweater and try to kind of like wipe a tear or so. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go.
Deep breath.
We gotta hurry.
You got this.
Okay. So I'll kind of like walk with Mila.
Around and out.
Yeah, over towards like one of the guards who. The way that they circle, I want to walk up to one and then hopefully have another like meet up once.
Okay.
And then I don't know. Quite
Maybe
how to
opposite
describe
of where we're going to be going in.
Yeah, opposite of where they're going.
Maybe you accidentally got injured.
Yeah. And I think Dahlia's gonna stand there for a second and just kind of stare into the middle distance for a little while.
Mila's just staring at you.
And like you'll notice that like the shoulders will start kind of like getting a little bit heavier, and then like we'll kind of like come to, and you'll see like just the start of tears kind of like forming
Are
in the
you
edges of
okay?
the eyes.
Oh my gosh. Was this your home too?
And Dahlia will then kind of like smile and will like put up a hand, and then we'll kind of grab onto Mila, unwrap her hand, and then like sort of press the like remaining kind of probably still actively bleeding into hers, and we'll like go up to the first guard in kind of hopes, and just kind of be like sniffling a little bit, and like kind of holding onto the backpack. So like hand, backpack straps.
I'm gonna have this hand be the one that you grab and kind of be
Yeah.
helping her along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though she's much taller than me, it's fine.
As the two of you kind of purposefully limp toward these two guards, this Click hides in the shadows, and the gentle weeping of Duke is still heard in the back alley. That is where we will go to our one and only break today.
I forgot we get a break. Yay!
And I want to say thank you.
Tears of air.
So absolutely fantastic role play today to all of you. I'm going to give an inspiration to each of you. So inspiration
Wow.
is a D6 that can be added to any roll, and I'm going to tell you why that's happening. So for each of you, for you, Click, obviously good role play, but the coins in the street truly made a huge difference in the entire direction of what this episode could have been.
Yeah.
This episode could have been either the death or the kidnapping of Duke. It could have been. I mean, you had 6 of them all on top of him. That was a brilliant move. For you, Rachel, the role play inside your little. Oh my goodness,
So
girl! Wow! That was absolutely fantastic.
friends.
Really?
No.
That whole time, the way you role played your character, it was absolutely fantastic. Cameron, always good, but the way you charmed that guard,
my
that was
gosh.
absolutely fantastic.
Freaking perfect.
And then for you, Jenny, this is a difficult character for you. Your personality is much, normally bigger and whatnot.
The restraint.
But like caught me by surprise with the sobbing at the end there in front of the house. That was absolutely glorious. So great job by all the players. We still have a good hour plus left to go here on Blue Box, so don't leave us. Let's talk about our giveaway. Now we have at least one. Depending on how we do in the back hour, we may do more than one. But the first thing, now you've all seen the Overgourd. Well, actually, Rachel, I don't know if you have seen
I
the
have seen it
You
because I
have.
believe you showed me us last time.
Okay, good.
It was very cool.
Oh, that's right, I did. I gave one away. So the Overgourd is cool, but there's another creature with Mike Disney is well known for, and that is the Skarn, a very sturdy form of dwarf. And what I have here in my hands, one of only 2 copies I have remaining. This is an actual autograph, so it is his legitimate autograph, not a photocopy, of the Skarn facing the Overgourd. It is such a cool piece of art, signed by Mike Disney here. And what better thing to do as we're getting close to Halloween? You're going to see lots of Overgourd stuff here in October, but we'll be giving this away today. So go ahead and pop in the chat, !Mike. !Mike.
You better do it.
Because I don't do Disney, because that'll kick off our sponsor announcement. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. Not Mike.
Don't do Mike.
It's Skarn. Sorry. Skarn. Skarn. So if you put Mike, just put Skarn. It's fine if you did too. And people popping in the chat. There you go. !Skarn for a one-of-a-kind, hand-signed Skarn facing the Overgourd. As illustrated by the Mike Disney. And with that, Blue Box will go to break. We will be right back.
We'll be right back to you. Don't even be sad about it.
Don't even be sad about it.
Cry or
Don't pull a
anything.
Duke.
We'll leave the mic. We'll leave the mics
That
hot.
was so mean.
Don't cry about your potential family's burnt home. And don't cry about it.
I am gonna go to the bathroom.
Don't.
Listen, Jenny gave me so much crap for Alcott crying over his dead, burnt family.
Forgot about that.
So now,
D traits.
Forgot about
Dead,
that.
burnt, family.
Very fun. I gotta go say hi to the mom.
You gotta.
all of the mobs. I'm trying to find.
Thank you, Mad Chatters, for all the support. You guys have been incredible.
Very incredible.
Well, no, Benjamin. We consider it is technically the second episode, but the first was a session 0 because we spent half the time going over characters and rules. So we had a little bit of roleplay in session 0, but this is the first full gaming session. So we're calling this session 1. We're calling her episode 1. We're calling that one last time a session 0.
I need to relook what my feats do. Or traits. Feats? Traits.
God, the one that I have is so good, and I really hope to use it soon.
I don't think either one of mine will come in handy for a little bit.
I just want to show you the name of it because I think you do.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
a good one.
so good.
That's a very, very good one.
Did you read that one at any
Uh-huh.
point? It absolutely fits for this character.
There's the two that I have are both like dead giveaway 1.
Oh, for what
dead
you're planning on
giveaway
doing?
2. Yeah.
Well,
Not necessarily for what I'm planning on doing. That's a whole nother story. I've dropped my pencil fully on the ground. Gone forever. Never getting it back.
all right. I will be back.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Did we just get a whole bunch of folks coming in? Oh, my goodness. Look at all these people, potentially. If that's true. If Twitch is glitching, then that's one thing. But, hey, if there's a whole bunch of people in here right now who were not here a few minutes ago, welcome on in. This is Blue Box RPG. We're happy to have you here. Hang out with us for just a little bit. We're on our break right now, but just hang on. We are doing Pathfinder stuff. We're playing in the free city of Altamira. You're not going to want to miss it. Oh my goodness. I'm Cameron. I'm playing a character named Dahlia. She's a real goon, just a little sweet gal. But yeah, you're gonna get to see her. Yeah, it seems like Twitch might be glitching on us, but I mean, hey, we'll take what we can get, huh? I feel all alone at the table here by myself while everyone has gone off to break, but sure I am happy to have you all here. Oh, it did the same thing on Tuesday night. Thank you, Amanda, for filling me in. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared right now. There's so many people. I hope everyone's having a good little Sunday. Hope you guys are finding some time to relax today. Get to hang in there. I got to head to the flea market earlier today and then play D&D. Are you kidding? What a great Sunday, you know? Yeah, I mean, hey, if a glitch is a good glitch, that's fine with me. Oh, a family bike ride, Primitive Paint Shop. I feel like the weather, at least around where we are, has been a perfect bike ride weather. So, I mean, I'm all here for it. I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex, so owning a bike for me is basically impossible. But, you know, we make do. Just a lot of walks. Ooh! Call of Cthulhu. I haven't gotten much into that one, but I am definitely curious about it. I feel like I've seen a couple folks play it before, but I've never played personally, so, yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Some things happened while you were gone. Welcome back.
Oh my god.
I tried to tell everyone about what was happening in the
Well, let's do a giveaway.
Thank you. Hello.
Gosh. Friends?
Blue Box is once again on the front page of Twitch.
Let's go!
Whoa!
I know.
Welcome back to Blue Box. This is episode 1 of Tears of Aihrde. So all of you that are just now joining us, thank you for Twitch, and thank you for all of our regular Mad Chatters. We've already had a great day so far today. We've had a hype train. We've had a lot of fun role play, and we just announced a giveaway. We have the Skarn fighting the Overgord, signed by the Art of Mike Disney, and very, very cool artwork here.
Such a cool piece
All
of
you have
art.
to do is type !Skarn in the chat. I'll pop that in again so you can see what that looks like. This is what you want. !Skarn. And that will get you in the giveaway that we'll be doing later today. And then because we've had another big jump of support from Twitch, we'll probably do another giveaway as well toward the latter half or part of our stream. With all that said, let's quickly go around, because not even just for the new folks, but we have some others that joined us in the last hour that weren't on at the beginning. Let's quickly go around and introduce the players one more time, or the PCs, and just give us a quick description of your character, and we'll start with you, Dahlia.
Of course. I'm playing Dahlia. My name's Cameron. But Dahlia is a little half-elven girl, red hair, ton of freckles, sweet sometimes. Stabs people sometimes. All in good measure. Carries around a real big backpack. A little lanky, but mostly good intentioned.
Nicely done. Click.
Click is the elven as well, caramel-skinned rake of the group. Half purple hair,
Rake.
God.
scooped off to one side. He
Thinks
wears
much of himself.
a silken purple bandana that is very obviously the most expensive thing on his body, as the rest of it is all burlap and raw cotton, and he's got these wooden rings that look golden from a distance, but they're rubbed in the shavings of a blacksmith or a jeweler nearby. He gives off the look of someone who is far more confident than he ever deserves to be. That is Click.
Nicely done, Click. By the way, we have the artist for this, The Art of Mike Disney. He's in the chat right now. And Mike, we're giving away this signed scar, and you might have seen that earlier, but we're super excited about that. Let's go to Mila.
Mila is a very small, very malnourished, poor little girl. Dark skin, hair that looks kind of like a rat's nest. She's in a light purple sweater, and she has this interesting kind of gold pendant. Not gold as in like gold the element, but gold as in like it is the color.
Yes.
Golden.
Yeah,
Golden.
if you will.
Gilded, if you will. Little missing tooth, big old brown eyes. She's experiencing much of the world for the first time.
Big day, big day.
All right, and then let's go to Duke.
Duke is a cloaked young fellow, kind of mysterious, has a special set of skills, and likes spices. And currently
It's a little
has been
sad.
brought to his charred home. So,
Which they've all now just figured out. So
Yeah.
if you were with us for episode 0, this young man came running from that direction where smoke was tendriling to the sky, and Click, looking to make a job of it, actually took the party there, and much to their surprise, Click has had a very interesting reaction.
Or not, Duke has
Duke, I'm sorry, has had a very interesting reaction. So let's go ahead and we'll resume play. Thank you very much for the sub, Heart of Adventure.
Hey, weird.
And before we resume play, we have a question here that we always ask on Blue Box, and it goes something like this: if you're watching today and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower who hasn't subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub is expired and you haven't resubbed,
Ridiculous.
we have one question for you. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, and here we go, resuming episode 1 of... All right, and as you approach the guards, sort of describe it again. You have your hands are bloodied on your backpack.
Yeah, Mila's hand kind of tucked into mine, sort of using her as almost a crutch, as she would probably be about that height on me.
Truly.
Walking towards them, sort of looking a bit confused, lost, and dazed, tears kind of pricking at the corners of my eyes. I walk up and I approach this guard. If
His head finally snaps over as he sees you, and you're...
sorry to scare you, mister.
You there, stop!
Sorry.
Sir, please, she's injured. She got her hand hurt.
I was supposed to be here. The guards at the gate let me in because I was supposed to make a delivery, but I got
Quiet!
lost.
He comes stomping forward, and you see the other one come walking from behind. Now you're standing between these two guards. They don't have spears like the gate guards. These have long swords. They don't pull them on you, but you can see they each have their hand on the pommel. He takes a closer look.
I hurt my hand really bad.
It was bleeding a lot.
He holds up a guttering torch. Let me see your face.
I've come up here once or twice to sell some goods before.
They look at both of you.
I didn't want to be alone because it's so late at night and it can be really scary.
They're not even listening to you. They make eye contact with one another, and you see the one looks at the other one and goes,
Please, she's hurt.
Am I
really
in trouble?
scared.
Are you mad at me?
you want help? You go back into the main part of town. You can find help there. You won't find it here. You don't belong here. This is a dangerous place. This house just burned down. Fire could start at any time. Those chimneys could fall. You children should be at home. Now, get out of here.
Are you?
I said get out of here.
How do we get back? Could you just point us in the right direction? We were trying to find.
Be here.
We were trying to find.
Go
help.
that way. And he points sort of back toward the middle of the noble quarter.
Could you walk with us?
Absolutely not. I'm warning you.
Sorry.
I didn't want to
It'll
make
be
you
okay.
upset.
We'll find.
All right, Click. What are you doing while this is happening?
I mean,
It's so great to watch a beat where you're like, I have to be mean to you.
the moment that both of these guards' eyes are at all not looking at this burnt house, I grab Duke by the arm and yank, and we go.
All right. So as they're talking, befuddling these poor guards, I feel bad for them. You make your way past,
Click.
head into the.
Let's head downstairs. I know where some place is.
Yes.
So hope I go
Well,
wherever.
Okay. So first you have to. So you have to get past. You walk up the steps, and there's bits of charcoal and wood everywhere. You Click. You're smart enough. You're gonna make noise. Your feet are gonna crunch.
But
Maybe
we
not
are on
enough
the
to.
opposite side of the building from them, right? Because that's what she was aiming for, was opposite
Oh
side
yes,
from
that's
us.
right. Yeah, correct.
I'll look at you, and I wanna grab some of the just loose ash, and I'm gonna rub it all over my face and arms, trying to darken myself visually as much as possible.
I really want to cosplay this. I've got some charcoal.
If you'd like, I could.
Perfect.
But
got clean
as I'm
in the
doing
whole
that, I want to slowly get down and push stuff aside as we go, trying to keep my hands as quiet as possible. And if something makes a lot of noise, I stop touching it and I move to something else.
Okay. So I'm going to have you both roll D20, please. Add your dexterity bonus.
Come on, you guys got this.
Oh gosh, I have some
man,
pluses.
come
Do you have some
on.
pluses you want to
Pluses.
use?
Oh, you know what? Last time I wanted pluses, I rolled 2 1s. I don't know.
In the chat, you can give bits to give us pluses or potentially advantages.
Well, what do I need this for?
This is, you're rolling a
Stealth
check.
Yeah.
To see how
Oh,
much
very
noise you're
important,
making
yeah.
as you're trying to go into this burnt husk of your own former home.
Especially for
I'm going to roll an advantage. So I'm going to take off
Good
1.
idea.
I am missing 1 to roll
2,
advantage.
3,
I'm
4.
gonna give myself a
Oh,
plus 3.
crap.
Plus 3.
I need more, people. I need more.
help.
Give us
Check
more.
the chat if you would like to assist.
Oh,
Doesn't count as.
Oh my gosh! Stinking junk! I rolled 2 stupid. I'm gonna chuck dice.
Well, you have good
A 7.
dexterity.
7.
plus you have a 16, so that's plus.
Plus 3.
Whatever. Yeah, 10.
So
Keep me quiet.
I'm at a
so-
22.
So you wore
Ooh!
that. Okay, that shirt is like hit you so hard today.
Yeah.
Your crappity crap shirt.
wanna go
Thank you
change?
very much, Benjamin. All right, so
Oh, sweet.
as you
Can I give
Click.
this advantage?
you are feeling enormous pride. You are
What
like
else is new?
you are
Listen
like
here.
you are like a young deer quietly moving through the forest, your footsteps making nary a sound. You know you are silence itself. You know, my second anachronism of the day. If you were walking across the rice paper, you would have made no imprint on the rice paper. Unfortunately, you hear a loud behind you as Click steps on a huge piece of charcoal that crunches underneath
I
Duke.
turn around, stabilize him, and I look at him and I say, "Cheese it, Duke."
Do I hear that?
Hold on. Well, actually, why don't you both roll? And I'm gonna roll for both the guards.
Oh, no.
That's a 4. Go to jail. Get out of here.
Ooh, 18.
18.
18.
Yes,
Minus,
you heard it.
A lot.
You heard it, and also you both know.
She's also. All that smoke, you
Sorry,
know, gets in the lungs. I guess maybe you're right. Maybe.
Did you hear that?
We should.
They look at each other.
We should probably get going now. I'm really so sorry. This is. I think.
It's probably just exhausted her
She's
too
gonna fall
much
to the ground.
with me.
And she's gonna keep coughing, and she's gonna
really
try
selling
to
it, huh?
really keep their attention.
Oh no! I think like I kind of like go down and like try to like cradle her the best I
hurt your
can. I'm like,
actual lungs.
and I'm like, still bleeding. Like I'm like, oh no! Like, this is just a mess. But it's just like I'm really sorry. Don't be mad at us. Like, and it's just like getting like more small. Like as she like looks up at them.
I have been DMing for more than 40 years now. I have never had two that are more difficult to DM than these two. All right, so
And you're married to her, and that's,
yeah, well, that's a whole other kind of challenge. Yeah, but that's okay. So
I say that with love.
eventually,
Donka.
one of them says, "I better check it out." And he turns and starts to walk back around the house. The other one looks at the two of you and says, "Just get on with it. Be out of here."
Thank you so much for your help, mister. I hope you find whatever you're looking for. I say loudly to alert them.
Okay.
But then we'll kind of like try my best to like help her up, but like not really in a way that is expedient. That is very like lends its way to the body that I'm in of like a little too lanky of like, okay, I gotta move this way. Like I gotta get under her, and like I think even trying to feign my own strength. Like Dolly is a pretty like
Sturdy.
rough and tumble kid, but is like, oh, she's just really heavy and I'm not very strong. Like it's just trying to like lift under the armpits and is like, okay, are you ready to go? Okay. 1, 2, 3. And
And then I'm gonna fall back down.
yeah,
just like doing one leg, like
way
oh.
too loud. Like
Yeah, we're just making a ruckus as much as we can.
Bravo.
You said there were like 4 chimneys
Just
that are the
theater
main
kids.
things left standing in this
Yes.
place. Maybe a little bit of some front stairs.
Yes.
I want to grab. I have Duke's arm, trying to steady him because he leaned a little bit too much. I want to grab him and just dive towards the base of one of these chimneys and try and maybe get in it or up against it in a way to where we have
Charcoal, hide in the charcoal.
charcoal and ash and bits of wood around us.
Okay. You pick your way.
I'm not going slow. I'm trying to like leaps to get to this
Okay.
quickly so that we can just not get seen.
Okay, roll d20, please. And you as well, Kate.
Oh gosh.
I will use plus
And I
2.
got you, Amanda. Thank you very
Are you gonna
much.
roll with advantage?
I have 2 left.
Use them.
2.
Real quick,
Two.
wandering. So yeah, so Duke's artwork.
Oh my gosh!
Is,
You have advantage,
It's
you have
almost
advantage.
here.
9.
So if it's not here
You
by
have
the end of the
advantage,
session today,
It's
it will
only
be
plus 2.
by the next session. Thank you for
So
asking.
plus 2 on top of your dexterity, which is plus 3,
9 plus 3.
plus 5. So
Okay,
14
that's,
for
that's
you.
fine. All right. So you quickly dart over charred piles and remains, broken down stone. You can see twisted bits of metal that have been deformed in the fire, and every once in a while you see little scraps of half-burnt clothing and things which might once have been of value, which are now charred and defaced.
We don't
beyond
see any
recognition.
bodies as we're moving. do we?
You see no bodies
Okay.
as you're making your way.
Called me
God.
Cade.
That
What's
would
that?
have
Called
been
me Cade.
trauma.
Who did? I did? Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. Duke. So
Takes some getting used to.
you reach the chimney and you start rubbing soot and charcoal all over your hands and faces.
And I point to Duke to get down and inside the chimney as much as possible and just... And we sit there and wait.
All right. As you do that, you see or you hear the 2 guards come walking back around, their
Just
footsteps.
1 or 2?
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
One
Eventually.
came, and the one came first, and then
They
the other
didn't
one.
fall for a coughing fit?
No, they just walked away. They had enough.
Oh,
It's just-
beans.
apparently, they were willing to let you die in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. That's
Guards.
fine. I'm
What can
fine. It's fine.
So they, as they come around, you're both up against the chimney, covered in darkness, and you see 2 torches, bright, extended towards you, kind of casting light around. Are you sure you heard something?
Which way are we supposed to go again?
You're on the opposite side of the house.
Oh yeah, Can I
yelling.
project?
Yeah, I'm sure I heard it. they hold the torch. All right, so each of you make another stealth check, please. And I'm going to do a perception.
Remember, we
or
still
a
have that
search
inspiration.
check, and I'm going to use my
Do I
plus
use-
ones.
You
as
can add it
Amanda
after you roll.
suggests.
Oh, okay.
I need you. So I've got, I believe, Amanda, I have 7, don't I?
No.
I'm going to use 3 on each roll.
Wow.
So that'll be a +3 to my search
Come on.
check on each roll. And I need to know, first of all...
I have new dice,
9,
Job
okay.
Hunter.
How
So I'm
how
gonna
quickly
save
does
3.
inspiration go away, John? Is it per session?
No, you carry it over.
I'd say it's a pretty
wanna see
good
what you roll.
time.
4. My God.
Oh my God.
You have +3 dex. Roll your inspiration dice. There's no reason not to.
I'm just gonna give
Although
up.
if anyone's to be caught here,
Yeah.
it is Duke.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, we don't know what.
Oh,
Yes.
6!
Oh.
So 13. I'm gonna just to keep us secure.
Good God Almighty!
Nice.
What's wrong with these dice?
I am at a 23 total.
All right, you're at a 13, you're at a 23?
He's at a 13. Yes.
That includes a 6
That includes. What do you mean the 6?
for the
the
inspiration?
D6.
Yes. We
All right.
both rolled our d6s.
All right,
and
so-
we both rolled 6s.
For the first guard, I'm adding 3. It's a 5 on the die, +3 is 8. His perception is not great.
Good.
He's a little sleepy. He's got some little crusties in him.
He's old.
And they don't,
Side
they don't
sight's
exactly
going.
have, spotlights. They have torches that they're, holding 25 feet away.
Trying not to re-catch the house on fire.
And the second one,
We got a natty one.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
the torches pull away from your direction.
Oh my gosh.
We ain't out of the weeds.
Must have just been a
Not
cow.
at all.
Not at all.
They turn and they begin their rounds again. Then they stop. One looks at the other. If those kids are still there, you know what to do. Really? You sure? We can't have them milling about here. You know what's at risk.
What did you do?
All right.
I hear that
You're
and
sure?
I get right up close to Duke and I'm like, what happened here?
I think
I don't know if anybody heard that, so I'll say it a little louder. What happened here?
me and Mila are
And
like
I'm just shaking because I'm
Slowly.
trying to hold in my tears.
tottering. Like, I think Dahlia is trying to channel back to every old woman that she sold something to, of like, how does she walk? And is like, just kind of tottering, like very slowly down the road, but like still kind of with that look of like, now do you know where to go? I don't know. This alley? Did we come from this one?
While you're saying this, Mila's gonna very quietly
Uh-huh.
be like, I don't know what else we can do. We really tried our best. I really think we should just.
We're doing great. I'm really proud of us.
I honestly, your tears were fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. I tried the confidence, and I think it's okay.
It worked. I think it's a good combo.
Maybe it's okay to be confident.
Maybe it's okay to become. Maybe we should hide in this alley for just like a while.
Okay.
And maybe watch if we could do that. That'd be great. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go to an alley and we're gonna try to be like.
And I think kind of while, like, if we kind of hunker down, what I want to be doing is just, I will have like a strip of cloth sitting over my hand, not moving it. As though, like, the second, if we were to be caught, I would start wrapping it. But in the meantime, I'm just holding it there. Sort of like, waiting.
I probably would have brought us like maybe 2 houses.
2 houses over.
Down
All
in
right.
that alley, and I don't know if there's like another alley that we can see the charge.
I mean, there was the one that we were in when we started.
Could they see us from there?
You can see us from there because that's where we.
Yeah,
entered
you
from.
could walk back around there and go back in that alley.
Yeah. I think basically,
Yeah.
like, I just want to make it seem like as though, like, we just keep getting lost. Oh, shucks. Oh, man. We're
right.
tourists, we're not locals. Like,
All right. You guys start making your way around.
Yeah.
Click and Duke. You see them walk away. You still hear a gentle sob escape.
I grab Duke by the sides of the face and I pull him in and I pull the cloak back over and say, Duke, pull yourself together.
He pulls the cloak back up.
Duke,
What?
if we don't get out of here,
I know that.
didn't even finish your sentence.
If he starts sobbing, I cover his mouth. Obviously, we're a little bit in over our heads.
Obviously, it's your stupid idea.
I'm fairly...
You thief.
I mean, that might be a compliment.
First off, thanks. Second off,
You make me roll my eyes.
Duke, Duke, you're the one who told me to come in here.
Well, you were over here. Idiot.
The boys are fighting.
We're just in a fireplace.
In a fireplace covered in soot.
Duke, we need to just leave.
But I know where a lot of money is.
That's great. We're gonna die if we do.
But I also know where something of my dad's is, and I want it.
Oh. Sounds like a frog.
Duke,
What?
describe where it is.
It's hidden. You won't even know.
I'm pretty good at this.
You won't know.
Duke,
I lived here.
then you need to be quiet.
I'm trying. Did your family get burned in a fire? No.
You don't know a thing about me,
Well,
but I'll tell you
my
this.
family's burned to a crisp. You can just.
At least you knew your family.
Oh, don't start that with me.
I like... All right. Your choice. We stay, we go in, or we leave now and we try again later.
Well, it's hidden. Nobody will find it.
We could find a place to sleep in the alleys nearby tonight.
It's too clean. They're gonna notice urchins.
Make the choice.
It's not like where you live. We're just jumping lion everywhere.
Duke, I'm really trying not to punch you square in the jaw.
I'm trying hard too not to punch you.
I think I want to leave, actually. I think I'm gonna go.
All right, fine. We'll go. I'm burning up. I gotta get out of this thing.
How close is that box?
It's downstairs. We have a creek.
Like downstairs in the basement.
Yes.
I instantly think about the fact that there might be storm drains on the exterior of this house that might be able to get us down there rather than going in through the main stairs. Would I be right about that? Do I remember seeing some storm drains around the exterior of the house?
There are drains here. They're not putting the drains next to the house. You will see them
That's street MVP
sort of in the
right there.
alleyways, in the streets. The streets have a slight tilt to them. There's actual solid engineering that's happened here in the Noble Quarter.
What's the best way down there?
Well, I know of a.
It's hot in the chimney.
Oh, wait.
That makes sense.
This is a noble house. Are there dumbwaiters?
There is.
But would a
What's
dumb way
Are
to
there
work in a fire?
dumbwaiters? I don't need it to work. It's just a...
Well,
Oh yeah, just
I know of a secret entrance, but the house is burned.
Yeah, the
I know
house,
of an entrance,
the house is
but
burning. I'm not saying what has happened because we'll roll for that, but you know, things collapse, it's like, you know, rubble covering everything. So whether or not even what she thinks she might find can be found is.
This house looks totally different now. I don't know where anything is.
Is this the kitchen?
I don't know.
Remember the layout.
Sorry, I don't know where I am.
Think.
Okay, we had more than one fireplace, okay?
Yeah, you've got 4 of them. Is this one the one in the kitchen?
Hold on. I think it's the living. I think it's the great room.
Is it the great? Like, I'm asking Duke, are we in the kitchen or are we somewhere else?
All right, so Duke, we're gonna have you make a knowledge local check, and I'm gonna turn the lights back up, even though it's dark here, just so we don't fatigue our viewers here with the different lighting scenes. So as you are looking around, I'm gonna have you make a knowledge local check. And this obviously has a huge bonus to you, Duke, because this is as local as it gets. It's your house,
Yeah.
right? But I want you to go ahead and make that roll for me and tell me what you get. Roll D20.
Oh my lord. All my dice are sucky, so I'll just roll with this one. Well, there we go, 9.
9. Okay.
It'd be like a 9.
Plus your intelligence.
Well, I don't think I'm very
No,
smart.
it's fine. No, it's fine. I don't need you to check that. You can tell here you're in the antechamber that's right past the foyer. The great room then would be further back in the same direction that you've been going.
An antechamber would have a fireplace?
In your house, it did.
What's an antechamber anyway?
It's like a chamber
This is a
before
mud
the
room.
chamber.
This is the mud room.
Yeah.
A mudroom would have a fireplace?
No. It's a place for like gathering and
Oh,
like
okay.
pre-gathering before you let people into the.
Hey, we have 1K.
Yeah, did we hit 1K?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You should put on the
Twitch.
blue sparkly shirt.
Twitch for putting us on. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to turn the air down on here. So we're going to switch to the two of you. I'm going to let you guys role play, not with the guards yet. This is going to be the two of you talking in the alleyway as you're getting ready to talk to the guards. I'm going to go honor. Should it be the sparkly shirt or the dinosaur shirt?
I think you know which one to do in this circumstance.
Look inside your heart.
Look in your heart and find the shirt that needs to be worn.
You know it. In
You
your
know
soul.
it.
I'm not expecting anything. I just want you to
What's
come
that
out
Cinderella
glowing.
song?
Yeah.
I'll turn the air down as well. And,
That
all right,
sounds
so
wonderful.
the two of you are approaching. You're coming up the alley. You can dimly, with the light of the moons illuminating, you still see those chimneys like fingers clawing the sky. There are still wisps of smoke. You don't see the guards.
Oh, they're
coming
calling for the
back
dino.
around yet. They're calling for the dino. Okay, all right.
I think, kind of as we're sitting there, sort of like huddled together.
Oh, we're for sure like shoulder to
yeah.
shoulder right now.
I think kind of in the silence, Dahlia would just sort of watch the moon for a little bit, as though she's waiting for it to change. Like, as though she is hoping that she'll notice the shadow creep a little further. And is just kind of like okay in the silence between the two. It like seems fairly comfortable with it, doesn't feel that need to fill it at the moment.
Mila, on the other hand, is pretty much like staring at the rubble and then looking at you and then looking back at the rubble and then looking at you and then looking back at the rubble and then staring at the rubble and then looking back at you and then staring at you, and is just like inherently very anxious about the situation. She thinks it's wonderful where they are. They think it's like it's a beautiful, other than the burnt house. Sorry.
Sorry about your house or whatever.
Oh, watch out!
Whoopsie.
Yep. The buildings and the gardens and the horses, just like everything was so wonderful. But this is very anxiety inducing. And so she's gonna just kind of glance back at the house and look at you after like maybe 10 minutes of sitting in silence and just whisper, Do you think they're okay?
No, boo.
I think
No, we're not.
I think if we hear yelling, then they won't be okay. But I think no news has always been good news for me.
I guess, yeah. That makes sense.
Maybe it's different though.
Certificate of authenticity.
We probably should have asked
mean,
if there was something we should be looking out for, like a code word, or if after a certain amount of time we should have checked on them. But it's probably okay.
I mean, I assumed that they would probably come to here where we were last time, and then we'd maybe either run for it or walk and stealthily leave, hopefully.
I think it'll probably be okay. Are you scared?
I mean, I'm more worried. I don't know what happened, and I don't know if Duke's okay or not.
I don't think Duke's okay.
Oh,
But I think it's okay to not be okay.
placeholder.
Very good. That's our DM. Glorious.
Dino DM, thank you.
I think it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And, if I had to do maybe what he did today, I don't think I'd be okay either. It's a lot to lose.
Here,
a
we
space
should do
like
this as a
that.
giveaway.
Looking at the kind of remains, I know it would be very difficult to suss out when this happened, especially because I'm a child. I've probably seen a couple of fires and been like, oh, fire! Can I make some sort of idea of when this would have occurred?
Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, you can still see the wisps of smoke. This obviously happened earlier in this day.
Yeah.
You know, probably.
Is it like still hot around here?
Yeah, you can still feel warmth.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think Duke has maybe been
Thank you, Robert.
too much today.
Oh, we got a level 5 hype train. What did I miss? Oh, Calcic. Oh, oh, wow. Thank you, everybody, so much.
A whole mess of things.
Thank you
A
for
whole
all
mess
that
of things.
fantastic support. All right, let's come back to the two of you now. As you guys you're there and you're approaching it, you can see this. Yes, it's still warm. You can tell it was probably this morning this fire happened. And yeah, you guys can still feel the heat radiating off of the fireplace. There are still open bits of coal sitting around that are giving those wisps of smoke. What do you do?
How sturdy does this fireplace feel?
You push on it?
No. I touch the wall a little bit to try and see if the bricks are at all loose, but
It's hot. Not like you didn't just scald your hand, but it's very warm and uncomfortable to leave your hand there.
can I like put my hand under my shirt and like
You give it a shove.
not a hard one?
That's very solid.
Okay. All right, well, there goes that idea. Duke, I need you to get me to the easiest place to go where you need to go.
Well, let me find a place.
And either you tell me how to get there and you stay here,
I want to go. I'm not telling you.
then you need to keep quiet.
Oh my gosh. Stop telling me what to do.
Stop making such a ruckus.
Do you?
Screw you.
This is what I love to see.
So
Accurate
Duke
middle
is gonna
school
guide
role
us
play.
downstairs.
All right, so you're looking for.
I know of us around. I mean, I know of an entrance, so I'm
yeah.
trany to find it.
All
like
right,
a
so-
like
Any one of the
how I
multiple
used to
entrances
like
downstairs.
find. Like as a kid, I had secret entrances.
Right, so.
Still a kid.
Still very much a kid. But he thinks he's a big guy.
Yeah, you go to the first. It was a narrow spiral staircase that actually went from the topmost floor of the house all the way down into the basement that you used to like to climb down as a kid. It's choked with debris and rubble.
But isn't there one out back?
So you pick your way to the back of the
Well,
house.
there's probably like other staircases in the house,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but not all went down to the basement.
Is
You're
this
on the ground floor.
Is this the only one that goes down to the basement that
Well, no,
Duke
I didn't.
knows
I
about?
didn't say that, but not all the stairs. Yeah, there would be other. There'd be.
But what about the dumbwaiter in the kitchen? Is it still there?
Go to the kitchen.
Let's go see.
Come on, guys, give us something.
You find clearing away some rubble. It's hot, but you manage to clear some away. Occasionally, casting that glance up to see where the guards are, and you find where the dumbwaiter is, but it would not have extended down to the basement. It would have been from the top floor to the main floor. You know, there's a
There should have been a maid entrance to the from the basement up to the
there-
kitchen.
yeah, so that was the first one that you were checking in the kitchen. It went down, but there was another set of stairs on the opposite end of the house that you used to go to, so you could try that.
All right,
Oh, wow.
follow me.
That's what I'm saying.
5, 10 across the 4 of us. So it's at least 2 per person. with 2 extras.
I'm just waiting for her to give us the update of what we got. Because she's so wonderful and magical. Thank you.
As we're going, I'm keeping my eye out for shinies.
For what?
Shinies.
Okay.
Oh, Mr.
Actually, as
You're in front.
as you're walking, you do see something that catches your eye, a glint of silver amidst the coal.
I'll move towards it, keeping silent behind Duke so that he keeps moving, but I know where he's going.
So you walk over toward it, and yeah, you can see it's like a little silver corner. The rest of it's buried in the soot.
I'll like brush away at it. Does it seem like a 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional corner? Like corner of a box or corner of a plate?
As you get closer, it's obviously the edge of a picture frame.
If it's a picture frame, I'm not going to worry about it then. Because that could be huge. I don't want to risk moving a bunch of stuff and making a bunch of noise.
No, I'm sorry, when I'm saying, I mean, you could. I'm not trying to.
like
a picture frame.
Oh, all right.
A glossy
Not
5x7.
Yeah, not a wall portrait. A picture frame.
Okay. Then I will carefully excavate it.
So you see this Duke. He bends down and he kind of starts brushing away, and it's still warm to the touch.
I'll take my shirt off.
Okay.
Use that as gloves.
Okay. And as you pull it off, in the strange manner of such things, anyone who's been part of a disaster, be it tornado or fire, there are always things which inexplicably seem to survive when everything else has been destroyed. And as you pull this out,
I grab it.
I was trying to make it to where Duke couldn't see me doing it, to be fair. But if I like this a little better with Duke seeing.
well, I'd say so. Let's role play it this way: Duke's obviously watching you. So as you're pulling this out of the charcoal and you begin to dust it off, you feel Duke coming around the side of you, clearly trying to.
I grab it.
I'll just hand it to him so that he doesn't have to make a big ruckus and noise in doing so.
And I stick it in my bag.
And then I'll look at him. I'm like, "Are you satisfied?"
Yes. No, we have to go get more.
All right, keep going.
We go downstairs.
You're still looking for stairs, right? So you go to the opposite side of the house.
I'm gonna throw up. Me too. Right into this little bowl.
You do find the stairs on the east wing, and they are partially clogged with rubble, but you can still see there's a small gap you could wriggle through. You have no idea how stable the structure is, however.
Are they not stone stairs?
The stairs are stone, but the flooring, had both stone and even stone heated can crack. Loads of weight.
What I'm going to do then is I'm going to grab a nearby some sort of stick or beam and just tap the sides of where we would be going down.
Okay.
Would that make noise?
If it makes noise, they'll write it off.
Not enough pressure.
They already checked. It's a burning house. Stuff could fall down at any moment. And I'll just knock at it in a, not like heavy hits, but enough to where if we were to accidentally like careen into it, that's what I'm trying to hit it with. Just to see if it's steady enough for us to go down.
Okay. You tap to either side, and as you do so, you see bits of charred wood flake away, some clatter, 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 clatter down the stairs, and then you hear like landing in something soft, maybe ash, down below.
But it seems sturdy enough for us to be able to go down.
As best you can tell.
Duke, I'm going to go first.
Fine.
How well can you see in the dark?
Well enough.
All right. And I'm gonna shimmy my way, cave spelunker style.
All right. You kind of slide down and shimmy through, and
Please don't find dead bodies.
I have +5 dexterity.
Yeah, I hope not everyone is hanging in the basement.
you hear
Didn't
a
even think about that.
you hear a kind of a groaning sound from the structure, but you see him disappear down.
Okay.
You follow?
Yes.
All right, you go down the stairs as well. Now we're going to come back to the two of you. You're standing in the alleyway. This alleyway, of course, as I mentioned earlier, you're now back in the dark, and as you're standing in the alleyway, the two of you talking, you hear the footsteps of the soldier.
I'll kind of start back on my totter and like kind of go to wrap my hand. Like as though I'm walking away. Just slow, but walking away.
I'm going to try and just. How far away? So, like, how is this alley laid out?
All right, so you're coming from the east, from with the low quarter being
Oh, no.
the south. And as you're doing this, the soldier, he stops and he looks in the alleyway.
I was going to try and grab her, and instead of trying to be slow and tedious, I wanted to go around to the side of the building, hopefully where he couldn't see us.
Okay.
Which is why I was asking how the alleyway
okay,
was
all right,
laid
so
out.
yeah, all right, so yeah, you manage that. He doesn't see you.
Sick. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just like
I'll go with
hand,
it. Like, just kind of like, all right.
and then I'm gonna wait for like 5 minutes, and then I'm just gonna do like the tiniest little peek around.
Well, you hear his footsteps recede.
Oh, okay.
Not seeing you, he just makes his loop.
Okay.
They're wearing full plate.
What's that?
What kind of armor?
They're
are
wearing
they
half plate.
Half plate.
Half plate, shield strapped to the back, long sword at the hip.
Oh yeah. What is Finley still with me?
Yeah, he's just been
Sick.
kind of scurrying around at your feet. He seems to be following you wherever you go.
Stop! Oh my goodness.
He's really good. That was really smart.
Thanks. I just got scared.
It is scary out here.
Yeah, they're very loud. They're very big and very loud, and it's very scary.
They don't seem to give people the benefit of the doubt right now.
I
I
mean,
wasn't trying to do anything too bad.
truly, why would they give us the benefit of the doubt?
I think we're pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, I'd say so too, but also
I think you're
most.
pretty nice.
I think you're pretty nice. I really like your hair too. But
Thanks.
I think that most people aren't. And so they have to be careful with who they are nice to.
Are most people not nice? I feel like I'm at a 50-50 split right. I haven't met a lot of people.
There's a lot of people out there. Some are really nice, and some aren't. So, I think it just depends, really.
Okay.
I'm very glad I ran into all of you guys, though.
I know. I feel like this is a good break. A lot of good.
But we should definitely keep it quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, back to the two of you. As you slip down, it's utter darkness.
Do you have a light?
I asked if you could see in the dark.
Well, sure. I mean, I'm confident.
We're upstairs. You're nice. No, you're nice.
You can't see it, but I roll my eyes. I grab Duke around. I put my arm around his neck and I pull him in close and I say, "Listen, I don't like you right now,
Same.
but we're kind of stuck here together.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I can see. Tell me where to go."
Well, what do you see?
I'll describe the room that we're
do you see
in.
with
I
your
mean,
open
it's
eyes?
charred.
All right, so again, remind me, you have infravision or dark vision?
Dark vision.
You have dark vision.
I don't have that good of dark
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see just a few feet ahead. It looks like you're in what used to be some kind of a storage room beneath perhaps a larder. Anything organic burned away. Chunks of wood that have tumbled down the stairs, even stones are piled up, and it
There
extends.
was a secret thing under a rug. So find a rug.
I'm sorry to say, Duke. Probably not gonna find a rug after a fire.
Don't be snarky with me, Click.
Why don't you tell me what room it was in?
I am. We're in the room. Click.
I will kick around for what seems to be the remains of a rug.
You shift soil away from your feet. Thank you very much, Dutch Dungeons, for the raid. We appreciate that. Welcome, raiders.
Hi.
All right, so as you kick the mud and dirt around, or pardon me, the mud and ash, the dirt and ash around, I'll get that right eventually. Go ahead and roll d20, please.
It's gonna go great.
great.
It's gonna go
It's
great.
gonna be
I notice you're
great.
rolling a lot of
It's
dice
gonna be
on your side of the table.
Yes, I am.
I don't think you need to do that. It's fine.
A 12 on my dice.
A 12 on your die. It's impossible to say. There's been a lot that's tumbled down the stairs as the structure collapsed.
But if something's underneath a rug, I'm trying to feel for what would be underneath the rug, not necessarily a rug.
Right, no, I get that. But what I'm saying is, like, there's so much debris here.
Okay,
You're kind of feeling around in the darkness, trying to find something between 2 feet of ash and debris that's come down these stairs.
Okay, I know where the fireplace was. Fireplace! Look for the fireplace.
I mean, I remember where the fireplace was in position to where we were, so I'm just
Uh-huh.
going to guide Duke to that fireplace.
All right, it is an eerie feeling as you make your way. You get further past those stairs, and it's more clear, but you can't see a thing. To you, it's pitch black.
I mean, I'll describe the room that we're in. I'm like, all right, we're here.
Fireplace.
And I'll bring your hand over and touch the fireplace.
Okay. So, let's walk this way. And I'd walk out about 10 steps.
All right, so you walk about 10 steps, and
Lightly tap my foot on the ground.
so bit by bit by bit. I want to make a quick address to this because we're getting some questions about this. Hello, first time viewer. Thank you so much. We've had great support no matter what. I'm not sure exactly. So apparently we get put on the front of Twitch. It's happened to us once before, and so I think we're getting viewers to that front page. However, the other possibility is that we're being botted, and if
Which would suck.
if we're being viewer botted, that's not something that we're doing, and we'll have to sort that out and figure it out, because that can actually get you in trouble with Twitch. So I'm not sure which it is. Last time I asked this question, I was assured by many people that we were on the sort of front page featured thing for Twitch, and that was what was driving the viewership. But all I know is I'm thankful to all of you, all the new followers, all the new subs. We've had so much support from the regulars, and whoever's here, whoever's watching, whoever's supporting the stream, we really appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
You make your way winding along, each step describing a scene. You eventually get to parts of the basement where the heat from the fire has still permeated the floor and melted things, but you're seeing a lot more that's preserved. And eventually, where are you trying to head?
Well, I know we had a secret, like thing in the floor, under a rug, under a couch, in the living room, in basement.
There's a living room in the basement.
I mean, they're living quarters in the basement.
They're that rich. They got a living room in the
All right, I'll say with enough time, the two of you are you staying hidden in the alleyway, or are you doing anything?
Waiting.
Okay. Session 1, we have our first party split.
Oh no.
All right,
Always goes
so
great.
eventually you find what you're looking for.
Okay. We move the rug.
How much time has passed?
Since they went, so this would be about 30 minutes at this point?
Yeah.
And it'd be about maybe 20 since we ran into the guards.
I
I don't know how long we kept them.
yeah, probably that's about right, 20.
Okay. Not worried yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it seems like the rug has not been moved.
Well, let's lift it up. Come on.
Okay. So we move the couch. We move the rug. Hopefully. Okay. It's somewhere around here. Feel around.
Well, you said we found what we were looking for.
Well, yes, but we have to find the board.
Okay, eventually you hear a hollow thunk thunk, and you find it.
Okay.
Before you do anything, I want to wipe off the board and look for any symbols that have been etched into it. You know what I'm talking
do,
about?
I do.
I guarantee that they're probably not there.
Yeah,
but
I do know what you're.
I'm trying to be cool.
I do know what you're talking about.
To myself.
I know what you're
I'm
looking
glad-
for.
I'm glad for
And
you.
so yes, you clear the boards, and you do not find any such symbol.
It's right here.
You hear his hand kind of scraping back and forth. He guides your hand to the handle.
Okay. I pick it up.
Well, let's see if the heat has fused it.
Oh, that would be terrible.
That would be a real bummer.
You can't lift it. It feels very stiff.
I'm so weak.
Your knife.
Oh, good idea.
And I'll put my knife on the opposite side of the board.
So you try to pry it.
Slowly, we both start trying to pry it.
As you try to pry it open, eventually you hear a and You pull back the hinge, and you see the yawning blackness. You see the yawning blackness below. It's like utter dark.
I put my hand in there. Because there's a box. Or should be.
There is.
Okay. Okay. I just take it out and put it in my bag.
We need to go.
Yes. He was there!
All right. And I'm going to guide him exactly, step for step, as much as I can, the way we came back up. And when we get back to the stairs, I'm like... and I know he's sobbing. We're under some stones, so he has a bit of room to be a little bit louder. Duke.
I found it!
I'm really happy for you.
No, you're not! You're such a jerk!
Go on, get it out.
Let's go.
You hear, meow.
Do I see? Like, my eyes glint,
Yeah,
their eyes
your
glint.
head, your head snaps over, and you see a cat, a medium-sized cat, that's hovered underneath a cabinet that's not burnt.
Come here, Raisin. Meow. Okay, grab Raisin.
Okay, you pick up the cat, and you can feel the cat is trembling.
Duke,
I'm gonna cry.
What?
I don't mean any offense by this. But that cat might just save our bacon.
What, are you gonna kill it?
No. We need a distraction to get out of here.
Okay. What do you mean?
If the cat gets out and makes some noise, we can use that distraction to go.
Okay.
We'll find...
All right, Raisin. Go distract.
Like a Pokemon. Just
Well, I will first guide Duke up the stairs we get out, and then just chuck the cat into some soot towards an exit area, but not the way we got in. Like opposite side, getting away, but as to make some noise, but distract us. I know it's probably not going to go my way, but this is my plan.
All right, you emerge.
it's worth a try.
You can't help as you come up out. It was oppressive. You could feel as though the weight of the house itself were pressing down on your shoulders. Even the feeling of death that still lingers in this place, and the gentle sobbing of Duke as you come up the stairs. You feel Raisin clinging to you. Little claws kind of grip into your cloak.
The name's
and,
Raisin?
it trembles. And you reach the top of the stairs. You take deep breaths of the night air, still tinged with the charnel scent of smoke, and you take the cat.
Duke,
What? You're gonna make me chuck my cat?
give Raisin a little toss. Help him get out.
Raisin, you're gonna save us. I'm sorry, I have to throw you, but I don't mean it.
Can we?
Raisin is like claws in your cloak.
I'll help get the claws out.
So this cat is back arched. It's got its claws. You kind of plucking one claw after another. It's struggling. All right.
I also want to pet it if I
Whatever your alignment is, it just moved one notch toward evil. Just so you know. But
Meanwhile, we're over there with Finn. Just like, I'm taking like a little flower out of my hair and putting it on its head. And I'm like, it's like a little hat.
there is something wrong with Click. I can't. Like this character has just become utterly reviled by the blue
gotta
box.
save my bacon.
You eventually.
Run quick, he'll be fine.
Eventually, you pull the cat off, and Raisin, you see his little feline eyes make eye contact with you.
No.
And then you just feel him just go limp in your hands. And his head drops, and he just hangs limp in your hands.
Evil.
Do you just sit there and hold the cat?
No, you have the cat.
You
don't
have the
wait.
cat.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw it.
The freaking build-up. I'm
you,
gonna cry.
you chuck the cat. All right. As I mentioned, there are open coals and there are hidden coals.
But John,
But no.
we've been through parts of this house.
Yeah, but you were throwing it the opposite direction of where you came, right? Right? So here we go.
Worst is going to happen. He's going to step on a cold jump, make a really loud sound, and we're going to bolt.
Yeah, actually,
Heck yeah.
you do. You throw the cat as Raisin strikes. You know, it looks like soot, but there's burning ember beneath it.
I cover your mouth. I grab him and I bolt. I move the opposite direction on the path we came in.
We're in
You
the
all
alley
hear
waiting
this.
for any noise.
What was that? You hear one of the guards shout, and everything becomes chaos. You hear blades drawn. There is definitely steel pulled in the alleyway. And with that, we go to initiative.
Oh God!
What?
Oh,
Do we have three?
You rolled it last and you failed.
You hear? What was that?
I got it.
3 initiatives, 1 for the guards, 2, 1 for them,
No,
1 for
it's
us,
just
or is-
side.
are we all?
No, you're exactly right.
Okay.
Well, it's by groups, right? So
By
it's going to be
groups, okay.
1 for the 2 of you.
you wanna roll
one
it?
for
Do you
you.
Please go
One for
first.
the guards.
Okay.
3.
4.
What do I roll?
You're with me.
Oh.
I rolled.
I have a 5.
No!
The guard's
I threw my
eyes are
cat!
drawn. The guard
I threw the
eyes
cat.
are drawn toward the cat. But then and they would never have seen you had you remained still, but the movement of your shapes across the night sky, all of a sudden, their footsteps start crunching towards you through the debris. And with that, we will end tonight's session here at Blue Box. Yes, and that concludes session 1 of the amazing, incredible Tears of Aihrde. You guys are awesome. So much fun as role players. We do have a couple of giveaways tonight. So first of all, we have the Disney Scarn. This is gorgeous, painted by the art of Mike Disney. Includes the overboard
You need it.
facing the
You
Scarn.
gotta
Thank you
have
so
it.
much. Yeah, this was some fantastic role play tonight. Oh my goodness, these
Yeah.
players, incredible
So good.
role play. I could have just sat here and rolled out the table and you guys just go. I didn't have to do much today. Fantastic role play. So in the chat, you type !Scarn. Assuming any of you are, well, I'm not sure how this all works, but if you are watching on the front page of Twitch, do us a favor, go to our channel, Blue Box RPG, and come on in, give us a follow, and then you can enter into this drawing for the Scarn. This is a hand-drawn piece of art, hand-signed by the artist, the incredible Mike Disney. And then after that, we're going to do, you can't get this anywhere. These are the most gorgeous little crocheted dinosaurs. If you're wondering why I have a crocheted dinosaur and why I'm wearing a dinosaur shirt, it's because I do not put dinosaurs in my D&D. I do not dislike dinosaurs. I think they're cool, especially when I was 9, but I don't put them in my D&D.
Roast.
Thank you. These are made by Manda, Mystical Unicorn, by hand. Each one comes with a custom adoption certificate, so you can get him and the adoption certificate. That will be done with
And
our
it's
giveaway for a roll-up.
Made with love. You want it.
Made
You
with
need
love. You absolutely want it. All right, so we're going to do the giveaway
chuck it,
for the
yeah,
Scarn
don't
first.
throw
I'll
it.
give you 5-10 more seconds. And while I'm doing that, let me pull up the big announcements coming this week. Of course, as I mentioned, we have... all right, so... Yeah, and I'm going to do that again. So if what's happening is we're being botted, whoever's doing that, if that's what's happening, please don't do that. It doesn't help us. It could be an issue with Twitch. We want to get all of our viewership the right way. And that's always been what I've said. We always get those offers like, let me turn that music down, it's too loud. Hang on. I'm trying to shout over it. We get those offers all the time for buy viewers and click here. We have never done that. We never will. That old Wolford Brimley commercial, I'm dating myself, but we make our money the old-fashioned way. We earn it. We want to earn our viewers. We want to earn our support here at Blue Box. But if this is, in fact, some function that's happening, because, again, I've had it confirmed multiple times that we were on the front page of Twitch right when that happened. So I'm not sure exactly how this all works. If it is organic and it's real and it's coming through our algorithm and Twitch, then thank you so much. Yes. If it's anybody that's botting us, if you think you're helping us, you're not, so please don't do that. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with the Scarn, and I'll give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner of the Scarn is SGGTOB Sergeant
Tebek.
Sergeant Tebek. And Sergeant Tebek is a sub.
That's my friend.
Oh,
That's Kyle. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Cool mini coming your way.
All right, so here you can. Well, no, we have to write it.
Print.
What's that?
Sorry, never mind. Disregard what I said.
So we'll write a note, and you can take this with you today before you leave.
so fun.
All right, now we're gonna do the second one, which
gotta
is
get with
the
you then.
amazing Manda Mystical Unicorn
We can
Dino
ship it.
with adoption certificate. You can only get these here on Blue Box. Let me refresh and put the keyword in. It's don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Hang on. It's exclamation point DINO, exclamation point Dino in the chat, and that will get you in this. But before we do that, here's how we do the final giveaway of the day. We do a stream MVP. The stream MVP of this episode will not get experience points. They are level 0. And so we're not leveling them up in the traditional fashion. However, there will be something special. For each time someone wins Stream MVP. And so this time, instead of having each of you do your own, we're going to have you share why the other person should be Stream MVP. So I felt like Cameron and Rachel had such incredible together RP today. So I would like each of you to share why the other should be Stream MVP. And then the same thing between the two of you. I would like each of you to share why the other should be Stream
I
MVP.
barely remember what I do.
Well, it's a good thing I've got a pretty good memory.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. As each one of them finishes saying why the other should be Stream MVP, I will roll a giveaway, and they will be rolling a d20 for that person. So if you see your name pop up on the first one, you have not won yet. All 4 have to have someone they're rolling for, and then we will roll off for this final giveaway. Let's start today with you, Dahlia. Why should Mila be Stream MVP?
All right, listen here. Listen. Let me level with you. Mila is out here being incredibly hospitable to people she's just met, getting people out of danger, getting them into somewhere safe, welcoming them into her space, ever kind as she does it. Truly curious about both the world around her, eyes up, looking for libraries. Gotta have them. Who knows why? We don't know yet, but we'll find out. Maybe. You gotta keep watching. But I think her curiosity shines out into her interactions with people, specifically with Click, kind of pushing back against his sort of knowledge, as he would call it, of things and how they are. And of course, having her first friends. You gotta give it to her for that. That's a big deal. 12 years old, just getting friends now? What's going on there?
We'll find out, I'm sure.
Bravo.
Truly the sweetest little gal.
Okay, so you will do it for you. Will be rolling for. Oh, let's
Maya
go,
Don't roll
Maya
yet.
Tom. All right, long-time sub, super active in our chat. Thank you for all your support. And so you will have Tom.
Okay,
All right, now
I got
you
you,
tell
Tom.
us why Dahlia should be Stream MVP.
Easy. All right. Dahlia, freaking MVP 1,000,000% this entire time. Number 1, she got us in. We would not be able to get into the Noble District if it were not for her. There's literally no way we could have managed that. But it was incredible. The tears. She breaks RDM every time.
She does.
Every time. That is incredible. The dedication, the work. I love it. She's got 2 sides to her too. Sometimes she's very lovely and she's so kind, and then the other times, if you get on that side, you're gonna die and get shanked, and that's okay. It's incredible.
It is
even.
okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Are we sure we want to encourage that?
Yes. I think it's really cool. And also the fact that on spot, she can just get herself to cry.
True.
Pretty
True.
fun.
That was well done. That was really well
I'm
done.
just saying, there is a clear winner tonight.
Maybe I
All right.
started.
That's good selling. Dahlia, you will be rolling for Pat Draw.
He never
He
wins.
never wins.
Here, we're getting this. You're winning.
All right.
Never wins.
Now let's go to you, Thomas. Tell us why Duke should be Stream MVP
Okay,
tonight.
Duke, sorry. She did this 4 letters, nearly the same vowel and syllable or vowel and consonant sounds, just switched
I
around.
know.
in different
It's got
orientation.
me too. Yes.
Duke should be stream MVP. Goodness, I am so thoroughly entertained by the fact that when we split the party, these two became best friends and we became worst enemies. And I love that. I love because we both leaned into it. Duke was obviously very emotionally shook, but was also just a prick. I mean, honestly, like just Click was trying to like level with him on some stuff, like we're in a dangerous situation, and Duke was like, no, I'm not having any of this. This is my house. It's your fault. Everything's
Everything's wrong. And you,
Why are we here? I know why we're here. Let's keep going. I hate you. And it was great. It was so 11, 13-year-old kid, awkward, emotional, overwhelmed, and gorgeously done. And I loved it.
Yeah, truly
Yeah,
great.
yeah, absolutely. And
And I love that Duke went downstairs confidently, only to be 100% blind when he got in the basement.
I asked you if you could see.
well, and the
can,
more
just not right now.
the more you get to know this character, the more like wonderfully you're going to see this has been played.
Oh, yeah.
It is like so perfectly played. All right, so you Duke will be rolling for.
Or no, I will be rolling for.
No, I'm doing it by the
It's
person
by
who
the
receives.
person we are.
No, yeah.
You will be rolling for.
You will be rolling for Dixie.
You're
Doodle- You're rolling for Dixie Doodlebug.
Oh,
All right.
lovely.
All right. Now tell us why. Click. Whose
Oh.
name you said like 15 times like a curse word tonight.
Click is well, I can't
You don't
say
even
it.
know what it means.
I don't, but I have a word that rhymes with it, and I have that in my head.
Gross. Oh,
Funny.
sorry. Clock. That's what you were
Yeah,
thinking
clock,
about, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Click really thinks he's all that. He thinks he knows everything. He thinks he knows
do.
the whole city. He thinks he
Yep.
runs the town.
I do.
He
He's
has
royalty.
a stupid purple bandana that he probably
Wait,
stole.
aren't you
'cause it's
supposed to
silk.
be?
You're supposed to be out.
Aren't you supposed to be? Wait, this isn't fair. Vote for me for my dumb purple bandana. I bet I stole it.
For this dumb idiot. He's so dumb.
No, so he has like his purple hair, and
Stupid.
So he, so he like goes on and on. He has like all this gold jewelry that he like. So he like portrays himself. So he's doing a very good job at like trying to be like this total like, you know.
No, it's perfect. Yeah. This is honestly the best endorsement of Click I've ever heard.
And so then he says, I have a job to do, and just follow the smoke. Well, I know exactly where, well, okay, somebody else knew exactly where the smoke was, but he just said follow the smoke, not knowing he fully intended to rob my house. But that's another story.
You
So,
agreed to go on the job.
you said it was a job, not a thievery job. So he's a thief.
Well, I guess.
But
Am I right?
and he thinks he's the king of
Such a
thieves.
compliment to him.
But a thief?
Thanks.
Really?
He's trying to get in the thievery guild or whatever.
That's the goal.
And so then we get there, and then he throws my cat in the fire.
So, kind of untrue because there was no fire. Actively, no fire. But I will take that.
What a ringing endorsement.
Let me say, I'm going to throw in my hat for Click here, too, of the portrayal of a 12-year-old's utter
Yes.
confidence.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
very much.
Of like,
Yes.
yeah, I know everything.
I know everything.
Fully rolls up to like the noble court gates where it's like he knows that they will fully like give him a wedgie and throw him down the aisle.
When
I'm
we
like,
got to the
"No,
wall,
we got it."
I said this job just got a lot more complicated. I did not say we can't do this anymore. I did not say we have to turn around. I said we have to figure out a way through.
But like it's so good. Like the commitment to the character is
Twisted
truly, truly impeccable.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, so Click, you will be rolling for.
Cat on a hotbed of coals.
We can't do that. Can't.
I'm rolling for you.
It can't be short mama on the right.
Cat on a hot tin roof.
No. All right. So Benjamin,
Hey.
chaotic. All right.
All of them in.
All right.
here.
So the stream MVP is up. You can vote for any of these amazing role players. While you're voting, you can see it up there. Reminder: this weekend, virtual Greyhawk Con,
Ooh, baby.
an extravaganza of role play, outstanding DMing, and all Greyhawk centered D&D. You're going to see VTT. You're going to see Fantasy Grounds. You're going to see Zoom. You're going to see Tailspire. You're going to see minis and terrain and tabletops and incredible role play. You're going to see TPKs. You're going to see a joust. Do not miss this virtual Greyhawk Con. You can follow it. Check it all out on Tabletop Events. Virtual Greyhawk Con 2022. And do not miss it. It starts off on Friday, and I have a stream running that day. And I'll be streaming on Saturday as well. But there's so many incredible DMs. You want to be part of VGHC.
Where does the joust take place?
The joust takes place in Altamira.
Weird.
The same city where you
Weird,
are.
but we're not in Greyhawk.
No, but it's a parallel universe. It's happening the same. So make sure.
I'm gonna be in the crowd watching.
Yes, I know. Isn't that cool? I love it. Great job on all of that, Jay. And oh yes, the Prelude show tonight. We have a Prelude show tonight that starts at 6 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Jay's going to have guests that are going to be rotating through all night long. I'll be on there for a little bit as well tonight. And so you can check that out on Jay's channel. Don't miss the Prelude for the lead up to the incredible virtual Greyhawk Con. The DMs are incredible. It's going to be such a great weekend. Okay, still a few seconds left. Currently, it's neck and neck betwixt Duke and Mila. Very, very close between Duke and Mila. So let's see who is going to get that. And while we're waiting for that,
Cats from
No! I was going to catch you off at the pass. No. Not allowing it this campaign. Stop.
I like cats for votes.
Can't send cats to all these people. It's not possible.
Remember to
Okay.
vote, y'all. Lots of you in the chat. Go vote.
So make sure you check that
It's
out.
important to vote.
Don't miss it.
very
And then see some of our new artwork and our new views from Cowboy Hob.
Your hits are so sweet.
It's hard to say.
And this is sort of the new mascot for the Blue Box Dragon. Of course, we'll keep the logo the same. We like the logo
Gorgeous.
we have, but this blue dragon to me is just absolutely wicked looking.
Beautiful.
Love the
Wicked.
glowing eyes. And thank you to Hob. And yes, we will have artwork ready to go for Duke next time. Okay. It's tied. It's 12-12.
Let's go! Vote for Duke!
Pull it down. I
Vote
want to
for
see.
I want to see who wins first.
my
before we
God.
Mine
roll.
isn't
Vote
updating.
Duke!
12,
Come on,
12.
one more,
Come
one
on,
more.
there's lots of you in there.
Dixie,
More
did
of you
you
can vote.
vote?
More of you can vote. And
Oh!
Not too loud.
okay.
Death.
All right.
Oh, God.
All right,
Forfeit.
Amanda or whoever's doing it, if you could please put it back up again. Just have the two of them, and we're going to roll while we do it. Shorten the timer, though. Make it a half timer if you can. And we'll have a showdown between Duke and Mila. And let's go one by one. We'll start with you. You're rolling for Tom.
Yes.
Myomorph. Roll two.
Yeah, I
Roll
was
two.
going to say, because he's a
roll
sub, he gets
Take the higher.
advantage. 8 on both.
8.
wow.
All right. So
I'm
Tom,
so
But
sorry,
that's
Tom.
the best thing we've got thus far, so
that's
you're
it.
winning.
Yes. All right.
That's true.
So let's go. Tell us who
I'll
you're
vote
rolling
once.
for.
I'll
Pat
vote
draws.
All right, you got
baby.
Pat draws,
you
who
and me
never
in
wins.
the drift. Come on.
Your vote's back up again now.
12
All right, so
12.
Pat is in the lead with a
in the lead.
12.
I'm sorry,
Please vote
Tom,
in
I
there.
tried.
There's lots of you in the chat. Go ahead and give us a vote. That they will be encouraged by it. Then let's go to you. Tell us who you're rolling for.
Chaosic.
All right, here we go. Benjamin.
Oh, wait.
12.
No, I'm rolling for Dixie. No, you're rolling.
I'm
rolling for
I'm rolling for
Chaosic.
Chaosic.
You're rolling for
Sorry,
Chaosic.
that got me so mixed up.
Yeah.
Chaosic. With an 18.
Oh,
sorry.
Benjamin in the lead.
All right,
All right.
Emily, my dice suck, so
Do you
we'll
love your
see.
daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She hit it with a nat 20.
Wait. I think we just popped the music again.
Oh, no. I'm
I
sorry.
think we did.
That was
audio
probably
gone?
my fault. I got too
I
loud.
won for you, Emily.
The power of love.
She hit it with a nat 20.
That's
Can I
what
see
Huey Lewis
this?
was
Where's
singing
that
about
there?
the whole time.
Yeah, right there. Nat 20 on the die.
That's incredible.
Sorry, Benjamin.
You rolled so many ones. You deserved this.
Still time. Hey, thank you. While we're getting ready for the vote, one more time. If you're watching today and you haven't followed, if your follower hasn't subbed or your sub whose sub has subscribed, we have one question for you today. What are you doing? Give us a follow.
Mila won.
Mila won. Oh, let's go. Congratulations. The people, they love you.
I love them.
All right.
You really like
me.
So, reminder, we'll be back on Tuesday night for Greyhawk Awakening.
You bet,
And then,
man.
who am I supposed to raid? Manda, is there someone I'm supposed to raid? Trying to see if there's anybody.
Somebody had said, Nightheart Gaming, is that somebody?
Is Nightheart? Oh, Nightheart's on. Yes, okay. We'll raid Nightheart, good friends of our community. They, are, I believe, are also running a stream during Virtual Greyhawk Con. And so here it goes, kicking off the raid. And as we conclude, I want to say just one more time how impressed I am with these players. You guys were absolutely insane tonight. And so as a DM, you made it very, very fun for me. And I just want to say thank you to each of you. And I'll see you back here at this table in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
More than 2 weeks, right? Are we
no.
going to keep on the original schedule of
No,
days?
no,
or
no.
We're now moving.
We
it?
should. There will be no original schedule. 'Cause you got things
Next
like
week is,
Christmas
Greyhawk
and
Con.
Thanksgiving. The idea is that we're going to be every other week, but you can't block your calendar that way. What you can do is if you have things you have to take off, you just let me know. And if it falls on one of those, we'll just cancel the session. But yeah, so it's going to be that way. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. All right, and here we go. Rating Nightheart Gaming now.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Goodbye.
for being
Thank you so
here.
much.
We love you.
Are-